High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is cutting, hit the streets and start cutting. I'm about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I tell the truth. Are you fishing with the truth? Homie, where's your fruit? If the Most High is your rock, don't treat him like a side piece. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you wanna fly or do you keep the Bible on? The Most High is my rock.
TK.
Rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. In the name of Messiah, the Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. Yeah. The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on top. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutting. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan, disdain, it's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I tell the truth. Are you fishing with the truth? Homie, where's your fruit? If the Most High is your rock, don't treat him like a side piece. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you wanna fly or do you keep the Bible on cop?
Shalom Yasharallah.
Shalom.
Welcome to another class here at Houston, Texas. The school address is 8524 South Braysville Boulevard, Houston, Texas. Zip code 77071. Class times and days is Mondays, Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. And then Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Saturday from about 10 a.m. We say 2 p.m., but it never ends at 2 p.m. And we also got a school in Virginia. The school address out there is 2610 Grammy Street, Norfolk, Virginia. Zip code 23517. Class times and days is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It should be on the screen. Also, we got the school in San Antonio, Texas as well at 4444 Walsham Road, Suite 201, San Antonio, Texas, zip code 78218. And we also got the school in Albuquerque, New Mexico as well, coming soon. And
Please make sure y'all have y'all phone on silent.
And then we got Mashaba doing the Blog Talk Radio. And that link is on the screen. It's blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. And that's from about Tuesday through Sunday, starting at 10 a.m. And we ask that you like, share, and subscribe to the other YouTube channels that we have. The Norfolk, Virginia channel, the 5 Minutes of Wisdom channel, the Hidden Truth Bible Show, and the Israelite Media Corp channel. We ask that you like, share, and subscribe to those channels as well. And if you'd like to get a nice garment made, we do have a nice subscription from Fringe, and it's fringed up. And you can get you a nice shirt, and you can also get you a nice shirt and a headband to go with the nice shirt. Or you can just go ahead and, request a nice full garment to be made. And you can get that link at isbhbk.com/fringed up. And we are doing the Hebrew Academy here in Houston for the men that would like to, practice teaching and practice breaking down scriptures and sharpen their skills. It's every Tuesday and Thursdays from about 7 to 9 p.m. And if you're in the Houston area, we ask that you do come and take part. And we also hit the gym afterwards, so if you'd like to get your swole on, you can definitely come through. And if you'd like to contact any of the priests, we got Priest Quatazap to my right. His number is 303-557-8979. And we got Priest Kazakia in Norfolk, Virginia. His number is 757-300-4047. We ask that you text only during class. And if you need any counseling or anything like that, you can always hit up one of the priests. And we ask that you support our business, and the business is Sweet Ambiance. So you can go to sweetambiance.com, get you a nice fragrance made, nice soap, lotion, anything that has to deal with the smell good. You can definitely check us out. And if you would like to send in a donation or support in any way, the Wells Fargo number is on the screen. The link to the Zelle is on the screen. And you can send it to Kazakis number 757-300-4047. You know, anything that you give does go back to your people. You know, if you give a donation, it either goes to the school, or it goes to the school rent, or it goes to the bills for the school. Or if you send in anything, Bibles, Apocryphas, pens, highlighters, whatever the Most High put in your heart to give, you know, it all comes right back to the school. So that's it for the announcements. We got a really nice class set up for today. An exceptional class set up for today.
That I don't have a title for.
We don't have a title yet.
You said the beggar.
Oh, who put that there? Oh, no, we're gonna switch that. We're gonna switch that topic, that title. What?
I gave it the title.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, leave it like that for now. It'll come to me. And you know, we went through. Samuel had asked a real good question. Samuel had asked a real good question during Sabbath class about. Go there real quick. Go to Ecclesiasticus 25 and verse 2. He asked a real good question, you know, about this scripture and what it meant. And, you know, we went through it, broke it down, gave a few examples. And, you know, today's class, we're going to go a little bit more in depth into, you know, this mind state of why does the Most High hate a poor man that is proud? Read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 verse 2.
Go ahead.
3 sorts of men my soul hated,
Right.
and I am greatly offended at their life.
Go ahead.
A poor man that is proud.
Pause right there. Does the Most High hate the poor?
Blah,
Does he hate a man that's in a low estate?
blah, blah.
Does he hate a man that's in need?
Blah.
He hates what? Go ahead.
A poor man that is proud.
Right.
A rich man that is a liar.
Right.
And an old adulterer that doeth it.
Right. So we know that it's not about, the Most High is not looking at a man's estate. His estate of being. Whether he got 100,000, whether he got 0, whether he has the bus or a car. The Most High doesn't look at those things, right? And we know that the Most High in the law told us how to deal with the poor brothers and sisters in need. Who knows what it says about dealing with the poor? They'd always be with you. We're always going to have brothers and sisters in need. What else? Let's go there. Go to Leviticus 25:35. So the law does command us on how to deal with the less fortunate of our people, because there are going to be some that are less fortunate.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone, even sitting in here, is everyone of the same fortune? Is everyone living in the same say it again?
Neighborhood.
Same neighborhood, or driving the same vehicle, or nah, we all have our different levels that the Most High has us on, right? Now, what happens when a brother gets to the point where he can't sustain himself? Then what's supposed to happen then?
Like, what do you mean?
A brother can't, let's say a brother,
Financially? Or?
financially, he ain't got no food in his house. And he comes and says, man, I ain't got no food in the house. Help him out, right? Right, but that's what the scriptures say. So I want to be real clear in this class that this is not a class to put in anyone's head that I can't go ask for help. Okay, first and foremost, I want to put that out there. Now, the scriptures say what they say as we go through it for a reason. But I don't want you to think, well, I can't ask for help. No, you better ask for help. You better ask for help, because if not, woe to him that's left alone, right?
Con.
Is that what the Bible says?
Con.
Right. So there has to be a balanced thinking when dealing in these scriptures and dealing with this topic. You know, we had I'll hold that thought and I'll let you read. Go ahead.
The book of Leviticus,
Uh-huh.
chapter 25, verse 35.
Go ahead.
And if thy brother be waxing poor and fallen in decay
Right.
with thee,
Right?
then thou shalt relieve him.
Thou shalt relieve him, right? Relieve him of those struggles. Now, think about it. When Israel came out of Egypt, weren't we all on the same level?
Con.
We're all on the same level, right? We borrow what we can borrow. But there wasn't really nobody more like on the status. There wasn't a Jay-Z and then a Sharpstown. Meaning there wasn't billionaires and then just straight broke people. Right? We were all kind of equal. We were all able to give to the temple, give to the Most High, and have enough to be able to sustain. And then we know through time what happens. One man built up over here. This man built up over here. This man, went up above. It's telling you if the brother waxing poor, so that means that at one time he had it. Right?
Con.
At one time he had it. But through how do people how do people go broke?
Living above their means. Oh, Salaki.
No, go ahead.
Living above their means.
What else?
I would say bad spending habits.
Bad habits, right? Ill-advised moves, right?
Oh,
A
no.
brother be waxing poor, it says you relieve him. Go ahead, read on.
Yea, though he be a stranger
Right?
or a sojourner,
So it said, though he be a stranger or a sojourner, go ahead.
that he may live with thee.
Right? Now let's go to Deuteronomy 15 and verse 7. Let's go to Deuteronomy 15 verse 7. Because there's, you just got to turn that off. Because there is, and like the sister said, there was always going to be poor amongst us. There were always going to be people that were in need. Like the scriptures say, give me the one, I don't have it in here. If that brother, give him things needful. I think it's in James.
Yeah.
I think it's in James.
Needful for the body.
Right. Be ye filled and warm? Yeah.
Yeah, one.
It's James, right? Yep. Go ahead. Read on Deuteronomy. So right now we're dealing with the law. We're dealing with what the law says. The law says for us to help our brother that's in need.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 7.
Right?
If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates in thy land,
Okay.
which the Most High, thy power, giveth thee,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt not harden thy hearts.
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not harden thine heart.
And as we go through the class, as we go and progress into this topic and into the thoughts of this topic, we're going to see that there is a hardening on both ends. That hard mind, that stiff neck, that I don't want to ask, I don't want to be asked. Don't ask me for nothing. Or I don't want to ask for nothing. We're going to see, and we're going to see why though. See, there's a reason why. Go ahead.
Nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. But thou shalt open thy hand.
But thou shalt what?
Thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him.
Right. You're supposed to, man, take what you want. Right? This is what the law says. And imagine if Israel was in their right mind. That opening of the hand. Why do brothers and sisters, when it's time to do this, they're like, man, right? Why does that happen? Why is there not an opening or widening of the hand, but there's a reluctance?
The word reluctance.
There's a reluctancy to let a person,
Freely grab.
man, you got 10 of those? We take 8. Why is there a reluctancy? I want y'all to participate a little bit. What's that?
There's a sense of not, number one, not getting it back.
Right.
Not believing the Most High is going to basically take care of you.
Right. So you feel like you're not going to be
Right.
repaid.
You're losing. You're losing and not getting back. So
Okay.
you're taking, so
Okay.
That's one aspect.
What else? Who else? That was James 2, right? 14?
Yeah, James 2.
Oh, there it is.
15.
15. Brother be naked. Yeah. What else?
Also, those who are in genuine need, when they go and seek that help, those that within our own people, within our own families or something, there are those who pry on the weak. And when somebody's in need, in genuine need, and then they fall victim to the one that is, what's that word?
The one that they owe?
Yeah, well, I can't think of it right now, but it starts with an E.
I'll let you hold that thought or come back to that thought once you get it. But what you're saying, that there's a level of misuse,
Yeah.
right? What else?
Well, I would say they never learned it.
They never learn what?
How to give or how to be giving.
Okay.
Nobody ever showed them that. They never learned that aspect.
Who did it?
Parents.
Well, on what end of the spectrum are you talking about? The person that's supposed to be giving or the person that needs? Didn't learn how to give. Which one?
Well, I'm saying the person that didn't learn how to give.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah,
The word is extortion.
Oh, extortioners. Right, because the scriptures do talk about extortioners.
Yeah.
You did this, now you owe me.
Yeah.
Right? And it talks about usury. Oh, well, I lent you 100, now you got to give me back 2. Right. That loan shark spirit, right? That we're not supposed to be in amongst one another. Right? So where you at? Read verse 8 one more time. And this is just a little warm up. I wanted to take y'all through the law so we could understand that the scriptures say for us to help each other out. No matter what. It does say that. But there's also something else that it says too. Go ahead, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 8. But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him,
Right?
and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need in that which he wanted.
Right? It says what? But thou shalt open thy hand unto him and shalt surely lend to him sufficient for his need. It says, read verse 8 one more time. There's a word in there.
But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him,
Right?
and shalt surely lend
Give?
him sufficient.
Wait, it says lend, give. What does it say?
And shalt surely lend him.
Somebody look that word up. Lend.
Ew.
Somebody look that word up. And this is very important because as we progress, I know it's going slow boogie, but I'm trying to progress and bring you into this thought and understand why Israel at this time is so hard for us to do for each other. Why it is so hard to be lent to and why it is so hard for, and it ain't hard for us, to give charity, but why when it is time, certain things have to be restrained. And because there's certain type of thought processes that are involved that aren't according to the Spirit. I know it kind of sounds coded, but I don't want to give it away. What you got for Lynn?
Lynn, grant to someone
Right?
the use of something
Right?
on the understanding.
On the what?
Understanding
Read.
that it shall be returned.
So there was an understanding that when you took care of your brother, if he was dealing in the Spirit, I'm dealing in the Spirit, that was supposed to be returned. Now, some things just can't be returned. Like, hey, let me borrow a Band-Aid. Right? You ain't gonna pull the Band-Aid off when you're done, like, here's your Band-Aid back. You don't do that. Right? Hey, let me borrow some tissue. You blow your nose, you bring back the tissue? Nah. Right, you said some floss? Right, yeah, there's certain things. There's just certain things you didn't borrow. Like, hey, you spent the night at a brother's house, you forgot your toothbrush. Hey, you got an extra toothbrush? Yeah, I got a brand new one here. And then you leave it there? Nah, you take that with you. That's yours now. That's right? That's yours now. I don't need that one back. Right, it's going to go in the trash, or that's going to clean some shoes or something. Each other right? On a level to lend. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, Quadazab, what if I can't repay? Where am I going to get it from? Then what?
Count it as a loss.
No, you saying the person.
The person that's
Oh.
borrowing, that's
Yeah,
receiving, like,
yeah.
I got to pay that back? But it's charity, right?
Right.
It is, yeah, and you're right. It is charity. It is. The scriptures tell us, the law tells us, that's what it is. That is the charity. The ability to give. And the person that's giving really shouldn't be thinking like, man, in 2 weeks you're going to have to pay that toothbrush back somehow, some way. Right? They should just be in the mind that, man, he needs it. I got an abundance, or I have a little over. Man, I got a pack of 4. The whole house got a toothbrush, and I got 2 toothbrushes in there, man. Grab you a toothbrush, brother. Get that breath clean. Right? Grab you a whatever it is, man. Some food, whatever it is that we can give to one another to help, right?
Yeah.
But what if you can't? Well, I can't pay that. I'm not gonna be. How am I gonna pay that back? I'm broke.
Right.
I'm poor. Right? What's that? Where you go? What scripture is it? Don't go there.
Ecclesiasticus 12.
Ecclesiasticus 12. You might be jumping. No, go there, because I don't have it in there. Go there. Yep. Yeah, no, this is a good scripture on what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 12:2.
Right?
Do good to the godly man,
Right, go ahead.
and thou shalt find a recompense.
Right, it says do good to the godly man and you'll find the repayment. Yeah. Go ahead.
And if not from him,
And if not from him, then who?
yet from the Most High.
God.
Right, go ahead.
There can
And
no
let's,
good.
and let's hold it on that.
No.
The scriptures say give to the godly man, lend to your brother. Lend to your neighbor that you know is, like if this brother needed something,
Right.
I don't have to sit back and be like, man, is he a godly man? What is he?
What's he gonna
Nah.
do?
If he came to me and said, man, I need $1,000 and I had it, I wouldn't be having, I might ask a question like, okay, what you need $1,000 for? What's going on? And then he might say, well, okay, I got this going on, and I'm trying to get this moving. Oh, okay, cool. You got some things in the works. He's not frivolous with his money, where he had his rent, he went and blew it on sneakers, strip club, Pornhub. Well, that's free.
OnlyFans, is it?
OnlyFans, right? He was just doing crazy things with his dough. Now it's rent time. His rib is down his throat. Now he's, brothers, I need rent money. I need rent money. Well, you would have had rent money if you were doing the godly things, right? So again, the scriptures tell us to lend, right? From there, go to Psalms. Now,
God.
we read that if your brother be waxen poor, right?
Right.
Meaning what? There was a time when he wasn't.
Come.
There was a time when he wasn't poor.
Yeah.
There was a time when he had it,
Like Joe.
like Job. That's a good example. Job had it. He was the richest man of the East. And then what happened? He lost everything. He was broke. He was probably the brokest man in the East, right? He was broke. Yeah, he was all the way broke. We ain't got it, you know? But a man that goes from a different estate in his living, what's supposed to be happening to that man
He's learning.
mentally? He's what?
He's learning.
What?
He's learning patience.
Right? Be patient when thou brought to a low estate. What else?
Patience. Number 2, the way I'm looking at it is stability of the Most High to make sure you keep your mind focused on Him.
Right?
He sees who's there. He learns who's actually there.
What do you mean?
Like, if someone was rich, right? And
You mean who's there for him?
yeah,
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because when you go broke,
Yeah.
everybody's gone.
Yeah,
When the money goes,
everybody's gone.
everybody's gone, right?
Yeah, scripture say that too.
And the scriptures do talk about that. So yeah, there's a learning of who was really a friend instead of friend loveth at all times,
That's right.
right? But a brother is born through adversity,
Right.
right?
It's a teaching moment, technically.
What was that? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, you know, I was watching an interview with Rick Ross, right?
Right.
And he was talking about one of the reasons why he hustles so hard. And of course they do it unbalancedly, right? But he was saying that one reason why he hustled so hard is because he remembered when he didn't have it. So now that he's rich, he was like, he remembered back when he was poor, and that's his driving force. It's where he's like, I don't ever want to end up like that again. So the question that you're asking, that should be the mentality.
That's what
Where it's like if you're at a low estate, there's a lesson to be learned where you should be like, okay, how did I get here? How did I ended up getting in this position when I wasn't always in this position? So what happened? What did I do? What did I not do? What got me in this position? And then when you see what it is, and you should be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna get in this position anymore.
That's right.
Because obviously what got me here, my best decision making got me here. So that obviously my decision making wasn't on point. So things got to be changed.
You had it. Me in my position, just to look at when I was younger, me and my rig, we didn't have anything. So the way I look at it is, I had to learn an aspect. I had to learn a skill. So when you're in a lower state, you have to learn something that when you're in that lower state, whether now that you're in the truth, you have to learn where's Most High got me. What is He doing? But before that, I had to get a skill to actually elevate my family financially.
Right.
So now today, in this day, even when I came to school, everybody knows I work 2-3 jobs. So just recently, I had to put those away because you already know what I'm doing. You know, so my faith went not on myself; it went to the Most High. So that's just how I look at it. As from my aspect, because I'm living. When you're talking about, I lived it. I live in it. I'm living it right now.
Now, y'all are all right. Y'all are missing the point. Y'all are all right. You're right. You're supposed to learn to not be in that estate, right? You're supposed to learn patience, and the scriptures tell you that. It says, "Wisdom lift up the head of him that is in low estate," right? And puts him with princes and kings, right? And that's a spiritual. That's a physical, right? There's a point that y'all are missing though. There was something that, and somebody had their hand up. Sis. Maybe she got it.
To be content, because God can give and He can take away.
Right.
And sometimes it's not just about how you can get back up, but what is it that the Most High is trying to teach you in that situation?
Right.
You can have
and who said that best? And Sharad, you got something?
Whenever she's done.
Who said that best about being content?
Paul,
What did he say?
I'm content in all states, whether I'm
He said, I know how to
be content in all situations.
abase
Right?
and abound. Right? So yeah, there was go to Philippians 4:12. Add this in here. So what's being shown is that you were supposed to learn something in this poor estate. Now going back to Ecclesiasticus 11:25 and verse 2, you don't got to go there. But he said, the Most High said He hate a poor and proud man. Right? Because a proud man, what's the one thing about a person that they're prideful? They don't learn. They can't learn anything, right? So they're not looking at, wait a minute, how did I get here? Because you are supposed to be looking at, how did I get here? Why have I waxen poor? You are supposed to be looking at how you get out while still being content. Be patient when you are brought to a low estate. So you see this whole thought process. We taken all the different aspects and put them together in this process.
Yeah.
But guess what? There was one more thing that you were learning while being brought low. Yeah? Humility? Humility? What else?
Just going off of your class, that way when that person does come to you, and if you've already gone through that, you know what they're going through, so you can relate.
Go to Psalm 75:6.
That's how you know you got it.
She don't got it. No, she don't got it. No. But she's right. You know what you were supposed to learn? You know what you were supposed to learn when you waxing poor? It wasn't just about how to get back on top of the hill. It wasn't just about being patient. It wasn't about waiting your time. You were supposed to learn what it really meant when it was your time, when you did get back on top, how to give. You were supposed to learn, wait a minute. When it's my chance to be on top and the brother that's poor comes to me, like she said, I can empathize and sympathize with that man's situation.
God.
So now me giving and helping the next man out, it's not such a thing where like, why I gotta do that? Well, you should have been picking up certain attributes within yourself and building yourself to say, you know what, when I get on top, and you do have a lot of these athletes, they're like that. They're like, you know what, I'm gonna help out my community. I'm gonna give back. You were supposed to be in the mind that it wasn't just about you, it was about giving back. Read Psalms.
The book of Psalms,
75 and 6.
chapter 75, verse 6.
So let's establish something right here. Go ahead.
For promotion cometh neither from the east,
Right.
nor from the west,
Go ahead.
nor from the south.
Come on.
But the Most High is the judge.
Go ahead.
He putteth down one.
So the Most High, we're establishing that he putteth down one, so he'll take you off the hill. You could be the one that was supposed to be or had enough to give. But why does he take you off the hill? Why does he take you out of that position?
Because it's another man's time to be in that position.
But why? Why would the Most High say, you know what? Or let me ask you like this: is the Most High's mind, hey brother, you're giving too much. Let me take you out of the you're giving too much. Let me take you away from where you can do good. Nah, and put you in a position where you can't. Nah, right? The Most High he don't roll like that.
Your turn to receive.
Huh?
It's your turn to receive. That you have to be able to You have to be able to ask for L2 then.
Right, but you can do that. You can still do that in a good estate. You can still need help with things in a good estate. But let's think about it. Watch. Read on. Watch.
And setteth up another.
Go ahead. Read verse 7. Oh no, he said go to 1 Samuel, and we're gonna get it here. 1 Samuel 2 and verse 7.
1 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 7.
Right.
The Most High maketh poor.
So the Most High will make you poor. We know that. Go ahead.
And maketh rich.
And he makes rich. So why would the Most High make a man? And you know, these are just questions we do have to ask. Why does he make a man poor? If he makes a man poor, that means he's coming from a higher estate.
Right.
If he makes a man rich, that means he's coming from a lower estate. So there's always this flip-flopping of estates.
He does that, yeah.
Right? When it comes to man and situations. And yes, I think you said it, Lewis, it was about learning how to receive. I might have to be put in a situation where now I got to learn how to receive and ask. I've been asked for all the time. Now let me be put in a situation. But he doesn't have to break you all the way down to be poor to do that. He don't got to strip you bare butt naked. You see what I'm saying? You can still need something and be at a good estate, spiritually and carnally. But he might have something spiritually that I don't have.
Right.
So I might have to go to him and say, wait a minute, show me. But do I have to be broken all the way down?
Blah.
Now, we know that doesn't have to happen, but why does it? Why does it?
Because you still have some sense of pride inside of you.
Who?
Yourself.
The poor man, the rich man, who?
That man that they're talking about, either the rich man.
Right. Okay.
He still has some kind of pride within himself. So he has to be broken down all the way to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if he doesn't, let's say he broke down halfway, so he's still thinking he has a fighting chance. You know, to do whatever he has to do to get where he needs to be.
Okay.
So you have to get broken down in order for that to be purged out of you.
Okay. That's right. What else?
If someone is financially on a higher level, then God is absent most of the time. So there's more trust in finances for individuals who need to get broken down spiritually.
That can happen. That's not a wrong answer. His answer is not a wrong answer. I'm asking you guys so you can think, because all these things are right. But let's think about it. Solomon, wisest man, richest man at the time. Was the Most High the first thing in his head when he was rich? Yeah, right? So we know that that's not always the reasoning.
Right.
And the reason why I'm bringing these other sides is so that y'all can see that the balance. So it's not always that a person doesn't have the Most High in the forefront of their mind. What you got?
I was gonna say it also could be like you brought up Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be you let things take you away from the Most High, so he has to do something to bring you back.
Okay.
To him.
So let's deal with this being taken away from the Most High.
Come.
In what way? In what aspect?
And you would have a man that's like he's been in the word, he's been in the truth and things of that nature.
Uh-huh.
He let something like women, or he let something like money, or whatever that his temptation may be, pull them away from the Most High. So instead, he's not doing that work as much as he used to.
Okay.
So now he got to be
broken down, right?
So you can get your mind back right and come back and get back in right with the Most High.
Okay. Now let me bring. I like that thought. Let me bring that to the class now. Think about it. The Most High puts me. Let's say, and I know we're talking carnal, but it's spiritual also. I can give you both aspects, but let's just deal with the carnal for now. Let's just deal with money. I walk into the corner store. I give me a little $5 scratch off, right? Oh snap! Barakatah Yahweh, $100,000.
Nice.
Nah, let's go bigger. $1 million. They got $1 million scratch offs. They got them. Give me $1 million, right? After all said and done, I might get 500,000. So I got 500,000. Me.
Right.
Y'all weren't there in the corner store scratching off of me, so I got 500,000.
Right.
Right? You know, so you went in the gym shooting with me? Yeah. I wasn't in there scratching off with me, so I got 500,000. All right? I don't know what y'all gonna do,
Now, you know,
but I got 500,000, yo.
you know, usually when someone wins a lottery and they tell their family members, they say, "Oh, we won."
We won, yeah. Like,
We won.
who's we? First of all, who's we? That was me that walked in. The Most High blessed me, right? And I'm using me.
Right.
With all that I know scripturally, with all that I've done thus far, right? I'm using me, but with all that I've known and all that I know scripturally, biblically, all y'all know me, my character. I get a scratch off, I win 500,000. Now, does that sound like me? That I won 500,000?
That don't sound like anybody in here.
That don't sound like nobody in here, right? But I'm using me, or I could use him. I got this money. I'm brought rich. I'm brought from, I'm not waxing poor. Nobody in here is waxing poor.
Right.
We struggle. We gotta fight for what we get. But to get 500,000, you like, oh my God, everything's paid off, right? You like, this paid off, that paid off, knock this rent down, like, Now, why would the Most High strip me from the money physically? Strip me from the position? Why would I start to lose the things that I know spiritually that are supposed to be in me, no matter whether I base, whether I abound? Why would the Most High break me down from that rich level? Right? We got rent to pay. Right? We got brothers that are in need. We can travel. We can do this. We can do that. Why would the Most High say, you know what? Nah, break him all the way down?
It's faith. You can have faith in God, with the Most High.
True. Y'all answers are not going to be wrong. Your answer is not going to be wrong, but I'm trying to give y'all this thought on the mentality. Why would the Most High break me down from that money? Why would he make me from poor to rich to poor again? Because I didn't use the money right. I did separate from him. How? In what way? Well, remember, I won the lotto. It's no longer a we thing. Like when we all broke, we all broke, right? When one's rich, y'all broke. Still, that mentality alone. That means I didn't learn. That means I didn't learn from. Think about how many brothers and sisters give to the school, just to keep the rent going, right? Just to keep the lights and the internet, and you know the things that, especially now in this time where we ain't got no business to go back to, right? And brothers and sisters is holding it down for us. They're in the mind that, okay, when my brother waxing poor, help him up, take care of him. But now I'm in that position. I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about, wait a minute, I got it. My car, my house, my family, my kids, right? My sneaker game, my fringes, right? My garments. I'm thinking about me instead of keeping the mentality of we. That's why the Most High strips that from a person. Also, spiritually, why can a man sit up here and drop eloquent wisdom and beautiful classes and beautiful breakdowns 1 minute, and then years down the line, it's like he's a shell of himself? Because it wasn't about doing things for the body and teaching and edifying for the body. It was about knowledge puffeth up. So I could speak all with exoteric knowledge. I could take you through Revelations and bust down Revelation 7, 8, 9, 10, hit Daniel's, right? Go through Ezekiel, break it down for you. 2nd Ezra, 11, all that, right? Give you all that. But if I wasn't able to sit down with a brother and say, hey, man, how you feeling today? What's going on? Well, now I ain't got to do that because I got knowledge. But guess what? The reason why the Most High strips you from these things is because there was a time when a brother had to say, hey, how you doing to me? Hey, brother, what's going on? How you feeling? Right? He had to step off his knowledge horse and get on the condescending to men of low estate, building, teaching, brotherhood horse, right? What was that supposed to be doing for me? It was supposed to be showing me how to do the same thing. Y'all get this? It was supposed to be showing me how to do the same thing.
Right.
The reason why these things are stripped is because you didn't pick that up. That, wait a minute, what was given to me, I'm supposed to flip it, double it, and then give it right back. Y'all see this? Right. Go to 1 Corinthians. What you got?
I got that story with the servant that was forgiven much debt.
No, I don't want to go there.
Okay.
Go to 2 Corinthians 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to go there. Good. Yeah. Come on. I'm already doing too much talking. Go to 2 Corinthians 8, 13.
2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 13.
Right. Go ahead, read. No, start at verse 9.
2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 9.
Yep.
For ye know the grace of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach.
Come on.
That, though he was rich.
Though he was what?
Though he was rich.
Go ahead.
Yet for your sakes, he became poor.
How? How did he become poor? And did he really? How did he become poor? That's what the scriptures say. So how did he become poor? It says.
By taking on the body of the flesh.
By doing what?
Taking on the body. Taking on human body.
Okay. Well, okay. What else?
Carnally.
Yeah.
You can pour carnally.
How? Tell me how.
He gave.
So are you saying that giving makes you poor?
No.
Right. So you don't want to throw that out there because then you're gonna have people thinking like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
The more I give, the more I'm about to be broke, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, got it.
So we know it wasn't that. We know that it wasn't because he gave. We know that it wasn't because he gave. Think about it. I want y'all to look at it on this aspect. Yahushua basically dismissed his family, right? Put his family to the side. I be about my father's work. He had brothers and sisters, right? What did he adopt when he put his family to the side, what did he adopt? Did he become just familyless?
Lot.
What did he have?
Brothers.
He had 12 men to roll with. He had Mary and Martha, right?
Gone.
So he gave up. He gave things up, right, to build others. But then what happened? They were there to reciprocate what was given. Y'all get this? He taught the apostles, right?
Wow.
Why?
So they can go teach others.
So they can go teach others. He said, you're going to be able to do things, the things that I'm doing, you're going to be able to do greater, right? You're going to be able to do greater. Why? What did he lose? Did Yahushua lose something by teaching Peter? Did he lose something by feeding the multitude fish? Did he lose something? Like, oh my God, he fed a multitude of 5,000. Now he's just broke and he got nowhere to dwell.
Right.
No, he actually gained. He actually gained more by giving. Why? Because he instilled in men and in women, Mary, Martha, he instilled in people that actually adopted the principle of it's better to give than receive. He instilled in them that, when you do receive, and this is why it goes down into this line of scriptures, when you do give, when you do make yourself poor, I'm doing the quote signs because Yahushua didn't just become poor, broke, butt naked, and destitute because he gave himself to the nation. He actually was recompensed in a whole different way. And that's why, as we go into the class, a lot of men and women don't leave their poor estate. You don't leave the poor mental estate. You don't leave the poor financial estate. And you always need help. You always need a place to crash. You always need rides and you always need to be uplifted spiritually. When are you going to uplift? When are you going to step in and do what's been done for you? The scriptures say it. We haven't read it yet, but the scriptures say it. Watch, read on.
That ye, through his poverty,
right,
might be rich.
Right. So think about it. He lowered himself through his poverty, through you seeing that, wait a minute, I could go do this. Wait a minute, I could walk this walk. But what became rich in what? We know. We became rich in spirit, right? He said, I know thy poverty and thy tribulation in Revelations 2:9, Revelations 3:9, but thou art rich.
Yeah.
So we know that he enriched us in a spiritual state, right? But let's bring it back to this carnal state because really, think about it. When a man walks in them doors, he ain't like, build my spirit. He's like, man, I need something to eat. I need a place to crash. I need the things. Go to James real quick. James 2:14. This is what he's coming in on. They're not coming on a spiritual, like, man, I need to get my spirit built, yo. I need to get built up in Hamashiach. Right? Not, and let me say, not 100% of people that are coming in like that. You get a very few small percent that are coming in like, you know what? I gotta get my spirit built. I don't need nothing. I just need my spirit to be added to. So I don't want to make it seem like everybody's coming in on the same wavelength.
I was gonna say even that's extremely rare. Nobody really comes in like on the spiritual tip. They'll come in on the knowledge tip.
Yeah.
Like I want to learn.
Yeah.
But nobody really comes in like, oh man, I wanna, get the help that I need to fix the things that's wrong in my life.
Right, because even coming with that knowledge tip, like I need all the Revelations 12's breakdown. I need all the Revelations, Daniel's. I need Genesis chapter 1, 2, 3. I need all the secret codes. Even that, it's like, okay, you got that.
Now what?
Now what? Now what? Can you show a man how to guide his house with Revelations chapter 12, 11, 21? Or any Revelations after 7, right? Because those are all the breakdowns. Right. Can you teach a man how to guide his household? How to not beat his rib? How to not abuse his children? How to not abuse drugs off of Daniel chapter 7? No. Daniel 8? Genesis 1? Nah, right? But why is it that there's a seeking out of those things right? Knowing what the angels is talking about, what the thunder means. That I gave y'all that class the other day. Who applied that class since it's been dropped? Nobody, right? There was nothing there to apply. That's the point. It was knowledge. There was nothing there to apply in that class. It was knowledge. Like, man, the Most High is talking.
Yeah.
He was screaming earlier. If you was listening, bro, he was going in, right? But there's nothing there to apply. Like, you, look, it starts thundering. Look, see, the Most High's talking to you, babe. You better look like.
You know what's funny? The funny thing is, a class like that, like if you're not rooted and stable, and if your mind is very base, a class like that can even throw you off, because then you'll be, every time it thunder, you'll be like, okay, let me record it. Let me play it real slow.
Right. Play it backwards.
Yeah.
Let me look for the Hebrew symbols.
Yeah, you're going to be like, oh, crap, okay.
Did he say Abba? No, like,
Yeah, you're gonna keep playing it back, and it'll just take you away from the things that you actually need to worry about. And it's funny, man, like right now, when you look at the time that we're in, the Most High said he'll send for many fishers, right? So when you seen Yahweh Shai came and he saw, who were the brothers that were fishing? Peter and
Simon.
Peter and Simon, they were fishing, right? He said, follow me.
Two sets of bros that was fishing, yeah.
And I'm going to make you fishers of men. So, we always got the saying, you could feed the fish or how to fish.
You can feed a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Yeah. You teach him how to fish, he'll fish for life.
So that's what Yahweh Shai called him to do, was to teach brothers how to fish. So when you look at right now is the time for we're fishing for men, not hunting yet. So our job is to fish, but our job is to show people how to fish for themselves. You see what I'm saying? And it's not just the carnal. It's everything. It's everything full circle. It's dealing with the finances. It's dealing with your family. It's dealing with everything that you see that's wrong with us from Deuteronomy. It's all that.
Yeah, it's. I'll give you a simple concept. One of our main talking points in scriptures we love to go to is Matthew 18, right?
Yeah.
You got a problem with your brother, you go to that man, right? We harp on that because that's foundational. Like, if you can't get past that scripture, your life in the truth is going to be very hard, because everything is predicated on the next man and dealings with brothers. Know those that labor amongst you. Can two walk together, at least they be in agreement. Unity, gather together. I can't gather with you if I can't talk to you. I can't gather with you if I got a problem with you. Now, think about it. You got brothers here now. You got brothers in the past that they'll sit with us. They'll sit amongst us. We'll teach these classes. We'll go to these fundamental, foundational ideas that the Bible brings as far as how to deal with your brother. And they'll be amongst, right? And we're giving it. We're here. This is how we're gonna deal with you. We're gonna deal with you. You got a problem with us? Guess what? Let's go to Matthew 18. We're gonna deal with you like Matthew 18 says. Deal with your brother. Go to him, right?
Con.
And what happens? We'll deal with them how the scriptures say to deal, but guess what they won't do? They don't deal the same way with us or with other people. The same things that are being applied to them, they don't apply to anyone else. It's like, Shalom, Mark, I got a problem with this person, and it's like, well, we was teaching you for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 15 years to go to that person. Well, no, I was gonna, no, go to that person. No, but I gotta avoid, no, the Bible says go to that person, right? Yeah. And then what happens? After they play the mental juggling in their mind of, man, if I go, this was gonna happen, or, they do it, then they're like, wow, it worked. Wow, that worked. And it's like, yeah, we know it works. Why do you think we've been harping on it for years with you? Why do you think we go to, every time there's a problem with a brother, the first thing, what does the Bible say about dealing with your brother? And that's just one aspect. But, you got to look at it, man. And I bring that part because everyone that's sitting here, we all want to be dealt with in the spirit, right? Like, if you mess up, Major, you want me to just jump down your throat and rip into you? Or would you? But it's needed, right?
Yeah.
But the majority is what? Restore them in the spirit of meekness.
Exactly.
Right? But think about that. Everyone wants to be restored in the spirit of meekness, even when it's like it ain't the time to be meek. Right?
Everybody
But
want that, yeah.
everybody wants that. Restoring the spirit of meekness. Right. Restoring the spirit of meekness, right? What about Galatians 5? What about Galatians 5? And it's like, what about Hebrews 5:1? Who can have compassion on the ignorant? Okay, Khan, you're right, brother. But then as soon as your rib mess up, Shamar, sis! And then, bro, when you bring the fire from the heavens and it goes down into her soul, because you bring these scriptures that you didn't even know you had in you. You bring these scriptures that you bring a voice and a tone that you didn't even know you had. And you call down fire from the heavens and you blow the whole house up. And it's like, but how did we deal with you? Because then she's coming, hitting brothers up, crying, oh my God, I want to leave. And it's like, sis, calm down, hold up, what's going on? Let's deal with it. It's counsel. And he just talks bad, he yells at me, he this. And it's like, but you've been messing up your whole career, and ain't nobody calling fire from the heavens. Right. We didn't divorce you. Right? Because that's the other one. Well, the scriptures say in Ecclesiasticus 25, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce. No. Right? It says it right there, right? It's like, wait, what? But what about working things out? What about second chances? What about Matthew 7? Judge not, lest you be judged. What about all those things? Like, everyone wants to be dealt with in that way. When you're in a poor estate, you want the scriptures to rebuild you, right? And you want to be dealt with in the meekness, and don't misjudge me, brother.
The mercy.
The mercy, right? But what about mercy? Brothers ain't got no mercy. And it's like, okay, let's have the mercy. But then when now it's you don't want to reciprocate the same things. But that's what keeps your relationship poor. That's what keeps your relationship poor, because the balance that is being applied to you, you didn't pick up that, wait a minute, I was supposed to be administering the same level of balance and care. Now I'm transitioning out of finances. Y'all see I'm dealing with the spirit now, right? Right. I'm done. I'm out of the money realm right now. Because I'm trying to give y'all more than just money and carnal and, a brother needs a place to live, a brother needs a ride. What about a brother that needs to learn how to administer correct judgment? Or a sister that needs to know how to listen the right way. You want to be listened to, but you don't want to listen? Well, the scriptures say, you got sisters that know some scriptures, right? Cut off, what does it say? Interrupt men not in the midst of their talk, right? Well, because she's trying to talk to him, he cuts her off, she's pulling scriptures, it's like, wait a minute, okay. But then as soon as he's talking, she's cutting him off, well, no. And it's like, wait a minute. You want the same things, right?
Right. Almost two. You know that one?
Right. Right. But that's the thing where we want to be dealt with when we wax poor, when we make a mistake, when we slip. We want to be dealt with in a certain way to be brought back to that first level. You want to be pulled out of the decay. It says if your brother waxing poor and decays, right? You want to be brought up. But what about when it's your time to do the same? See, that's the part that's lost. Now where we at? Read on.
I'm at 2 Corinthians, James
right.
chapter 2:14.
Right, now jump down to verse 13.
James chapter 2, verse 13.
Go ahead.
For he shall have judgment.
No, I'm sorry. No. Where we at?
James 2:15.
No, X that. Go back to 2 Corinthians. Yeah, I already passed that. I'm sorry. Yeah. 2 Corinthians, now jump down to 8 and verse 13. So read verse 9 one more time.
2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 9.
Right.
For you know the grace of our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach.
Come on.
That though he was rich.
Right.
Yet for your sakes.
Right.
He became poor.
Right. And think about it. Him becoming poor, all the giving that Yahushua did just in the spirit, it weared him down. It wore him down, taking on the sorrows. You saw it on his face like, damn, this dude, what's up with him? Right? They looking like, man, what's up with this guy? Why is he so sorrowful? Why does he look so beat down? Well, yeah, because when you do give yourself, remember when he asked the apostles? He said, watch with me while I pray. And what they do?
Sleep.
He's like, damn, you couldn't watch with me for an hour? What the hell, bro? I've been rolling with y'all and making you walk on water, right? I've been feeding you fools. I've been praying with you. I've been showing you how to cast out demons. I've been showing you how to keep your mind right. You mean to tell me you couldn't reciprocate 1 hour? That's all I needed. 1 hour. Huh?
All I needed was an hour.
All I needed was an hour, yo. That's it.
3 times, huh?
They went to sleep a few times. Yeah, it's like, come on, man. You mean to tell me we eat, we drink, we kick it, we walk, we all doing the same things, but I just needed an hour. Right? Read on.
That he through his poverty might be rich.
Right? Go ahead. But either way, Yahweh Shai still never was like, man, you slothful as hell. Peace. Get up out of here, man. You couldn't stay. You couldn't control your eyelids out. What did he keep doing? Oh, ye of little faith, right? Come on, you got it. Look, y'all gonna do greater things. Look, watch. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna show you how to do this. Come walk with me. Look, it don't matter. You gonna betray me, but guess what? It's all good. Look, boom. Look, we in there, right? Go ahead, read down to verse 13.
Jump to 13?
Jump to 13. Yes, sir.
God. Verse 13. For I mean not that other men be eased and ye burdened.
Right, so in this giving, let's go back to this thought of helping the poor, the brother that's waxing in decay. He said it wasn't supposed to be a burden. Meaning what? I'm gonna give and get. It's like I'll use them now. It's like if I said, "Hey, brothers, we're gonna put together this class, this same class, and I got my little point of scriptures. He got his point of scriptures, and he's like, well, I didn't do it. Let me look at yours." It's like, wait a minute. So every class, you just gonna look at my notes and not come with your own? Now, I'll sit on the phone. I'll help. Hey, I got this class. My mind ain't clicking on it on the topic. I ain't got my point. Whatever the case may be. Oh, I got you. What's your class? Oh, you go. Oh, man. What I think about when I think about that topic is and I might throw out some ideas, right? But if he's calling me every time he got to do a class, and I'm doing the class for him over the phone, who's taking on the burden? Me, right? But I have the higher capacity to bring what he needs. Right? Now, am I supposed to help? Right, but is it supposed to become my burden? And he's just sitting back like, oh yeah, Quantazop's gonna do my class. And then he walks in, knight in shining armor, floats into the class, drops bars, right, on y'all, and then like, yeah, see, that was a beautiful class, brother. Right? And I'm sitting back like, damn, like, okay, God, I helped, but every single class gotta be like that? No. It's the same aspect with anything. Yeah, we give. We're supposed to help each other. We're supposed to watch each other's back. We're supposed to be able to ask one another for things, yes. But when it becomes a burden and another person is eased up like, yeah, I ain't got to do nothing because they're going to do it. It's like, whoa, hold up. The Bible don't say that. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 14.
But
by inequality.
Put that word up. Read.
That now at this time your abundance.
Right, so by equality. This is another one of our favorite scriptures. We got quite a few favorites. But this is another one that we go through with brothers extensively, sisters extensively, because we understand the dynamic with Israel, that you're going to want things carnally, you're going to want things spiritually.
Right.
And the ones that have it are supposed to give it. You are supposed to give it, but there had to be something learned by the receiver. You were supposed to be learning that once I'm full, once I got fat with knowledge, right? Once I got once I got the who Christ came for breakdown from each teacher, you got all the ways I do it, the way he does it, the way he does it. Once you got color of Christ, the way I do it, him, you got 4 breakdowns on each breakdown. Yeah. Baptism, you got Kazak's way, you got my way, you got his way, you got his way. Once you were full, and thick and overgrown with thickness, right? You should have been foaming at the mouth to drop it, to give it back. But what happens? What happens? You get so fat and thick. Let me take a rest real quick. And you never ever get up off the couch. Like, man, let me just chill real quick. I'm fat. He got it. He can do it. No, he got it. He can do it. Right? It's like, can he teach class? Yes. Can he teach class? Yes. Why am I here? Why am I here if he can teach class and he can teach class? Can he street speak? Oh, yeah. Can he street speak? Oh, yeah. Why I got to go do it?
You got to be in the midst of it. You got to be in that fight with them.
No, I don't.
Just like Yahushua.
I can just leave them to go do it.
Well, Yahushua was in the fight with them,
but they can do it.
You gotta continue doing your work.
I gotta what?
You gotta continue doing your work.
I gotta continue the refreshing of the giving and the receiving.
Yeah.
Because no matter what y'all might think, I still take things from them. I still take things from him and from him. No matter what. It may not seem like it because I like the way I move and roll, but I'm always sitting back and watching, like, what can I take from a brother? Not so I could be like, oh, man, I took your gift. Let me put that in my side pocket and hold that. No, let me take your gift, add it to mine, build it so that what? It can be distributed right back to you. Right? So I can say, well, I took a gift from a brother. I took a gift, but I didn't just hoard it. I'm not a gift hoarder. You see what I'm saying? And now I'm back on the spirit. It's not about hoarding these things. It's about how can I take it and build on it, flip it, build on it, make it better. Brother might have had it, he using it wrong, right? He's using his gift wrong. Well, then the brother got a talent. How to? Okay, you watch, you observe, you look, you mimic, right? You replicate, and then you say, okay, now let me add me to that. Boom. Now you there. That's my mind, because, yeah, I can sit at home while they be like, hey, y'all got class, right? And I'm at home watching, right? Just watching class. Oh, it was a good class, brothers. Come on, street speed, that was good, brother, right? But I have to constantly have a refreshing in me to take and to give. If I'm not giving, I'm useless. If I'm not putting nothing out there, I'm useless. That's what brothers got to see. If Kazakia ain't putting anything out, he's useless. What's the point? Guess what's going to happen? Somebody else, the Most High said he promotes, right? Someone else is going to do this. And Kazak is going to be here. Someone else is going to do this, and I'm going to be down here. Right? Not because like, oh, man, you're here, and then the brothers got good, and they got up here too. No, it's a Most High promoted one and took another down. Because you didn't use the things that were given to you, no matter what. What were you going to say?
I was going to add, is it the same thing where I think it was Timothy's when he asked the brother for a double portion of his spirit?
So, that was Elisha and Elijah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he went out, he also kept giving also.
Yeah, he said, I want a double portion.
Right.
Yeah. But that's what it's about. Why? Did he want a double portion just so he could say he had double? Like, yeah, nigga, I got double. I got Elijah done blessed me. I'm good. I ain't got to do nothing. No, it was to be able to go and keep doing more. Accomplishing more. Derek.
Yeah, like they had a saying like in like NA, AA, CA, when you go to those anonymous classes.
Okay.
They say you can't keep it unless you give it away.
Right.
Right.
You can't keep it unless you give it. Right. And that's the thing where, and that's how the Most High works though. He that seek his life shall lose it. Remember, go here. Go here. Go to, it's in the Gospels. It's in the Gospels, man. Go to, where am I going?
Matthew 16.
What does it say?
For whosoever will save his life.
Yeah, read that. And then there's another one, though. There's another one, I think it's in Luke. Read that.
Matthew 16 and 25.
Right.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake.
Read it again.
For whosoever will save his life.
Right. You try to hold on to things because guess what? The giving of things is what saves one's life. That's what saved your life. But then now you're trying to hold it when it's time for you to save someone else's life. What happens? Read on.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
Right. Go to John. Go to John 10.
Oh, it's 10.
Yeah, go to John 10, and this is really going to articulate
15. 10, 15.
10, 15.
If you want to start there.
John chapter 10, verse 15.
Go ahead.
As the Father knoweth me,
Right.
even so know I the Father.
Right. Go ahead.
And I lay down my life
And
for the sheep.
He said, I do what?
Lay down my life for the sheep.
Right. Just going back. He made himself poor so we could be rich. Go ahead. He endured. What did he do? Laying the life down for the sheep. Well, the sheep need to be fed. The sheep need to be guided. The sheep need to be watched over. So that what does that mean? Well, the sheep herder can't sleep. Right? He ain't got time to sleep because what is he doing? He got to be on 24-hour watch. Or if it's two of them, 12-hour watch. What does he got to do? He got to bear the elements with the sheep. Right? He got to make sure the sheep, this sheep is hogging his food. Let me make sure that I bring him to an area where he can eat. They all, he getting skinny. What the hell's going on? Wait a minute. Wait. What's happening? And he's watching. Oh, they're bullying him. Oh, okay, that's what, oh man, get him over there. Let me keep him close to me to make sure he gets his portion. The sheep got to take on the sacrifice. Somebody said it online. What's that?
So that was David, right?
That was David.
As the way you're edifying and explaining it, that was David.
That was David in the carnal. That was Yahushua in the spirit. That was Yahushua with the 12. That's Yahushua now.
Dang.
That's us.
Dang.
A wise man knows the estate of his flock.
That's right.
Go ahead. Read on. Where you at?
Verse 16. And other sheep I have,
Right.
which are not of this fold.
Go ahead.
Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice.
Go ahead.
And there shall be one fold, and one shepherd.
Read on.
Therefore doeth my Father love me,
Come on.
because I lay down my
Did I
life.
do what?
Lay down my
And
life.
this was the point. He said, I lay down my life. I gave it up. Go ahead.
That I might take it again.
That I might what?
Take it again.
Like he said, you can't keep it unless you give it.
Right.
That's the thought process. Or it should be, read.
No man taketh it from me.
Right. No one should have to come and rip things out of your hand for you to take care of your brethren.
That's right.
No one should have to do that, like force you. Go ahead.
But I lay it down.
Or force us to take care of each other. No one should be forced. And no one should feel forced. To say, man, let me help a brother out. Let me help a sister out. Go ahead.
But I lay it down of myself.
But you should be in yourself, in your own spirit, saying, man, if my brother come, destitute and naked, let me give him the things needful for the body, like it says in James 2:15. Go ahead.
I have power to lay it down.
Right.
And I have power to take it again.
Right. That way you'll have the power to keep doing what? Giving. That's where the power comes from. That's where the ability to stay in the point where you can keep giving stuff. But if not, you're going to be broke down to where you can't give nothing. And then guess what's going to happen? Somebody has to be given to you all the time. There's supposed to be a lesson learned.
Yeah.
That when I was in a lower state, it wasn't about how I got back. It wasn't solely about how I get back. It was, wait a minute, I'm learning. When somebody has to give you, if I go to your house, Lewis, and I'm like, hey, I'm driving to such and such. I'm gonna be passing through Conroe, right? And I'll use me first. Hey, I need a place to stay. I'm gonna be down in Houston for a few days. Oh, Con, hell yeah, bro. Look, we're gonna clear out the whole bedroom. Everything set up, food, whatever you need, right?
Okay.
What were you supposed to be learning from that experience?
Humility, basically, to help a brother out.
You were supposed to but the main thing you were supposed to be picking up was the hospitality.
Oh.
Wait, this is how to be hospitable when a brother comes and visits. That's how I learned. I learned by having to go stay with a brother for 6 months. They were like, okay, you're going to San Antonio. This was way back. And it was like, damn, okay. And then brother, you in a brother's house? His rib, cook, breakfast, lunch, dinner if you were there. put out towels and all that stuff like you were in a damn hotel. You would think you was in a hotel with the little mint on the top of the pillow. All that, right? I'm not saying you got to do that, but what did I learn young in that experience? I learned that, okay, this is hospitality. Right. This is how to be hospitable. The scriptures say a bishop was supposed to be what? Hospitable. Right? He's supposed to know hospitality, given to hospitality. Much hospitality. Right? Yeah. Right. We're going to go there right after I'm done. Yeah, we're going to go there. Right? Learning hospitality, excuse me. You were supposed to pick up on the things that I did towards you, how to do them to the next man. You see that? That's what it was about. The supply for the want. Let me supply how to be hospitable. That way, when somebody needs to go up to where you're at, you know the level of hospitality that needs to be met. Right? And brotherhood and care that needs to be met. It's like when I came out to Houston, the same thing. I go to Kazak's house, his ribs would cook, do this, do that. So now if a brother comes to my house and he's doing some long stay, like Kazak and them will tell you, they come to my house, bro, they got whatever they want. I'll turn the AC down to the damn 60 if they needed to. They know I don't play, my AC will go down to about 70 for them. Y'all know how I do with my AC. I don't like it past 74. But for them, for Kazak, Ariel, I'm like, bro, whatever y'all need. Y'all need the car? What do y'all need? Y'all need this room? What room you want? Like, all those things, the hospitality level, I'm just using that aspect. Because a lot of us lack that. Where you don't know when a brother goes to your house, you offer him something to drink. Right? I offer anybody that comes, hey, you need something to drink? Even the people that's doing maintenance on my house. The dude came to replace the damn AC. I'm like, hey, you thirsty? Damn Chinese dude. He was like, no, I got a cooler right here. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. As long as I ask, that's just something that I've learned. Like, offer somebody something to drink. Not saying that nobody's done that, but I'm trying to show y'all the level of things that you'll pick up or supposed to pick up because they were done to you. Right? So go there real quick.
It's
John
chapter 13 and verse 15.
Right, this is a perfect scripture. And then go back to my Corinthians.
I got that.
Yeah.
John chapter 13, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you.
So Christ left us the perfect example, right? But we're around each other. That's why the scripture says to covet the best gifts. We're around each other to pick up the best examples that we can use, that we can implement in our lives. The things that we lack, if I see somebody doing something that I didn't know, it's like he actually just mentioned something that I don't do. You come to my house, I'm not offering you no water.
I'm always thirsty in this guy's house.
I didn't know that.
This guy's house, I'd be thirsty. I'm parched. I'd be like, man, you got something to drink? He's like, come on. I'm like, yeah.
But now I know.
And I'm not saying that you're wrong or wicked or off because you don't offer something to drink, but it's just something that I've been taught as far as when someone comes to your house, if somebody's coming to visit, and I know I don't do it every single time because they'll slide by. I'm not always like, y'all want something to drink? But don't I do it? I'm like, hey, you want some water at least? I don't really keep too much things in the fridge. You want some water? Like, I'm good because, you want to show people that that's one way to show you're welcome. You're welcome by coming by. Like, I don't mind you being here. Right. And even if I do mind, I'm not going to be a damn douche and not offer you something, because to me that's a D-bag move.
Damn, okay.
But guess what? But let me show you something about me. I don't even look at it when it's not done. I'm just like, I don't think about it like, oh, the brother didn't offer me something to drink. What the hell's wrong with his spirit? Let me go into a full-fledged counsel with this man. Right. No, but there might have just been not shown to him.
But you know why the scripture is very important though? One reason why the scripture is so important is you got to think about it. We're all coming from the world. We're all coming from lawless situations where we didn't know nothing about the Bible, like how to deal
with each other.
So now that we come into the truth and we're learning the words of, we're learning everything. It's like we're around each other so that we can, in every situation that the Most High puts us in, whether highest state or lowest state, we're around each other to pick up all these different things. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important for us to be aware of what is going on and why it's going on and what's being said, and it's just very important for us to be aware of everything, because examples are being shown. We weren't living this in the world, so now we're living it, and we're seeing every day. We're seeing the example of how to live it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just reading it.
And not to put him on the spot, but it's like Mustafa and his rib. When we went to New York, listen, it was like being at the Marriott, man. They everything was taken care of for brothers, and it wasn't like it was 2 brothers. It was what, 10 of us?
Something like that.
Something like it was a lot of us, right? But they opened up their home in a way where it was like, wait a minute, is that her profession? Like the way she did it. It was like, dang, you would have thought she was in the truth for 20 years.
Yeah.
You would have thought that she was taught by sisters how to do this. And for some, it's it's in their nature, but the way they took care of us, man, you would think like, okay. Yeah. And then you say, wow, I got to make sure my ribs are on par when brothers come. It can't be the level can't be less than what happened. What she did, and it can't be. There has to be standards. But let's take that into everything. That's everything. That's not just, I'm gonna go stay with a brother. I need a place. It's every aspect of what we do. Yep. Where you should be watching to see how is it done at this level, at this level, at this level. What level am I at? I'm here. I'm trying to get here. Right. How do I get there? I got to keep watching. I got to keep practicing. I got to keep doing.
And I was gonna say too, and you're never too big or too old or too grown to learn something new, because think about it, the Most High said to watch the ant. Look at an ant and learn from an ant. So a lot of times it don't matter where you're at, you can always learn
something. Yep.
You can always learn something. It's like even TV. If I watch TV, I'm always trying to pick up just something that I can learn. I'm not just trying to watch James Harden shoot a 3 or something. I'm trying to watch to see like what is it that I can pick up. And that's the mentality that we have to have.
Right. Let's keep it moving. I got a lot more. Read where you at. Go back to Corinthians real quick.
God. 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 14. You want me to start from the top?
Go ahead. Read from the top. Read from where you were.
God. 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 14. But by inequality, that now at this time,
there was a time that you were supposed to be able to administer. Go ahead.
Your abundance may be a supply for their wants.
Right. Read on.
That their abundance also may be a supply for your wants.
But see, it's showing us, the Bible is showing us that there was an understanding. There was a, if I may use the word, a duality that had to happen, where I had to understand where I'm at, and this person had to understand where they're at on the scale of giving, receiving. Because you got a lot of brothers and sisters, they'll come in like, just throw me in, coach. And it's like, whoa, hold up. Pause a little bit. You're not there yet.
You don't know the play.
You don't have enough. Yeah, you don't know the play. You don't have enough to give yet. Let us instill in you the right things, the right way to be able to give, and not just burn out in 6 months.
Yep.
Not just burn out in a year, but be able to keep giving. Take, because it's a give, it's a take. Give, take. You gotta know how to take. I gotta know what to take from him, not to take too much, but to give also. Y'all see this? But these things have to, sometimes like new folks, you gotta pause, like, wait a minute, come and learn for 6 months. Just come learn, right? Yep. That way you'll be an asset. What's the point of you coming and flaring out in a week? Like you were a has-been in a week? No, 2 weeks. So there's a mind state that's here. The scriptures are showing us there's a mind state that has to be built up. But it has to be built. Yeah. It takes time. We know that. It don't happen overnight. Nothing does. Right. Anything good don't happen overnight. Right? There's a cultivation. There's a building process. There's a watering and planting and giving things a chance to grow. And, if you're dealing with men, giving them a chance to make mistakes. Right? Giving them a chance to endeavor, see where they're at. Like, there's so many different things when it comes to man and dealing with men. But the mind state had to be that when I get to a level, I'm going to be able to administer what's been given to me.
Right.
Read on. Huh?
I just said reteach it.
Right. Go ahead. Absolutely right.
God, that there may be equality.
See, because it was about how do we get back to this equal playing field where I'm not overburdened and you're not overeased. Read.
Verse 15.
Right.
As it is written.
Right.
He that had gathered much.
Right.
Had nothing over it.
Right. Because why? The overmuch I gathered, I was like, well, hey, here goes the overmuch that I gathered. Here you go. Read.
And he that gathered little had no lack.
Right. And the man that gathered little, if we all, I always use this analogy, if we all got to go out and gather 10 baseballs or 10 fruits off the tree, and I get 12 and he gets 8, if I give him 2, we're even. Right? Right. And if we all thought like that, we'd all be across the board even.
So, in the sense of verse 15, on the first part of it, he that gathered much had nothing over it.
Right.
Is that how Abraham moved when he took over the kings and he gave to the Melchizedek? Like, he had more and he was like, I don't need more. So he gave it to Melchizedek?
Melchizedek, that was when he paid tithes, right?
Yeah, he paid tithes.
Yeah, he paid tithes. Yeah. So this is not, remember, Melchizedek was the priest. So he was taking care of the priests.
Right.
This is more of, forget about rank and title. Forget about that. We know what we got to do for the priests. We know there's rank and title, but we're just talking about on a brotherhood nation level of you got it, I need it, you don't need it, right? And then guess what? When I need it, or when he needs it and I got it, he got it. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not looking like, wait a minute, you're a lower rank than me. Can't lend you nothing, right? I can only deal with people above me. Like, nah, we're brothers.
Right.
You see that?
If we're to move in that type of mindset, then that's where like judging a person starts to go in effect.
Yeah, you start misjudging because of stature and rank, and we're not supposed to look at things like that.
Yeah.
You know, I know these brothers don't do what they do for the school because of my rank or what I do. They do it because of their love for the Most High in Christ. And everybody else should be moving in the same way.
That's right.
I was gonna say, in reference to what we just recently talked about teaching, Hebrews 5 and 12.
Hebrews 5. Senses exercised?
Well, the teachers be like, if you to be taught again.
Right. Why you want to go there?
Basically, because what we were just saying. Because if you were taught something, and you lost it,
right? For
instance, or you went to the world and you came back,
right?
Sometimes you need to be taught again.
Absolutely right.
You know.
Yeah, you got to be refreshed. You gotta bring things back, depending on how long you were gone. I mean, that had to happen with me. You take 12 years. You got to be taught some things. I had to be retaught hospitality. You're absolutely right. I had to be retaught brotherhood, not to be selfish. I had to be retaught certain things through examples and situations. Because you might think like, yeah, I ain't selfish. Well, you've been rocking by yourself for so long. You were never put. Yeah, you never had a chance to practice if you were selfish or prideful. Right. So you're absolutely right. So that you could write in there Hebrews 5 and 12 about learning again, right? From there. So we understand it, right? Y'all understanding where we at? Right. So I'll ask this question. Because we know what the scriptures say. Help your brother. Do this, do that.
Right.
Why doesn't it always happen the way brothers think they should be helped? Well, I needed this and brothers didn't give me exactly that. They gave me something else. Go ahead, Karatazar.
Oh, I say it's because Most High always give you what you need, not really what you want.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. What else, Major?
They didn't ask the direct question. They didn't ask for what they wanted.
What if they did? What if they do ask for exactly what they want and brothers are like, la.
You ask them this.
Nah, we're not going to do that, but we will do this.
Maybe they don't need it.
Rosa.
Isn't it like the same thing that they're still helping you? Even though if they don't give you what you want, they're still giving you something that you might say you need?
Yeah. And you might not see it, but you have people that go back to Deuteronomy real quick. Where's it at? Oh my God. Go to Deuteronomy 15:8. Read that one more time.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 8.
Go ahead.
But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him,
Go ahead.
and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need.
Lend, right? Lend. Again, you can't lend a toothbrush. But if I give you a toothbrush, what does that mean? That down the line, if I come to you and say, hey, Ricardo, I need such and such, you should be in the mind that, you know what, man, the brother lent me a toothbrush, or he gave me a toothbrush. Let me repay that with this kind deed. Right? Right. So again, you can't repay a toothbrush with a toothbrush. I'm like, let me borrow the toothbrush, and then I hand it back. No, that's going with me, right? Because that's the thought. But he might need something down the line. Hey, Quatazat, I need da-da-da-da. Oh, got you, look, right? Now, does he have to bring up the toothbrush? Like, hey, I lent you a toothbrush. I need a favor. Should he have to do that? Right? But ain't that how the world is? Right? And why does the world have to do that? Remind you of what they did for you. Why? Why do people remind people of what they did? Like, man, remember that one time when I lent you 15 cents? Remember? I need a favor. Right? And they come with all the things you did for them, or they did for you, just to get. Why? Why does the world think in that mind?
Because you must have a track record of not paying them back.
Wait, you what?
Have a track record of not paying them back.
So what would you call that? What would you call that mind? What would that be, in a sense? Damn, it's abusive, man. You're a help abuser. Go to Ecclesiasticus 29 and verse 7. Yeah, you start developing a track record of, it doesn't matter what's done towards me, I'm not going to be around to reciprocate on any level. You know why I use the toothbrush thing? Get away from the camera. I use that because you can't borrow a toothbrush or a Band-Aid. Right. But if I give you a Band-Aid, then you should be in the mind that, man, whatever he needs that's equivalent, I got. Because I give you a Band-Aid don't mean you owe me $1,000. Like, man, brother, I lent you a Band-Aid. You can't lend me a G? What the hell? What's wrong with this, bro? It don't work like that. The mind should be equivalent, right? An equivalency. Hey, I gave you. Hey, the brother. Man, there's so many things we do for each other. I can't even think right now. But there's always we never like, man. Hey, we don't keep a score. Yeah, we don't keep a score. But you got to keep a score with certain people. Right. Why? Because they're good at forgetting that they were even helped. They're good at dismissing the fact that somebody was there for them. Yeah. And this is why it's so hard to help Israel sometimes, man. Because you want to give them everything that they need, but you just know sometimes you become a crutch. Yeah. You become a crutch for their slothfulness, for their laziness, for their I don't want to do for myself attitude. You become this crutch where it's like, dang, man, you're doing more harm than good by giving them exactly what they need. You're like, nah, I'm going to give you something different to show you. This is how you maneuver. Right? Watch. Read Ecclesiasticus 29:7.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 29, verse 7.
Go ahead.
Many therefore have refused to lend for other men's ill dealing.
Read on.
Fearing to be defrauded.
Right, and we're not worried about being defrauded. We know that's going to happen regardless. We're going to be defrauded in some way, shape, or form because the scriptures say so. Yahweh Shai was defrauded. Paul was defrauded. The apostles were defrauded at some point.
So you should be willing to lose.
So we know we're going to no matter what. It's not a matter of willing. It's a matter of just knowing that that's the inevitable. That's the inevitable. When Go to real fast. Go to what is it? Let's see. We know that it's 2 Corinthians 6.
Oh, I'm already here. It's 1 Corinthians 6 and 7.
Oh, is it? I just went there. I didn't see it. This one.
1 Corinthians 6 and 7.
Now, therefore, no, not
Suffer
6.
yourself to be defrauded.
Not that one.
Oh, it's 2 Corinthians 9 and 7.
I want 2 Corinthians 6.
Oh.
Watch. I'm just on the point that I'm trying to make as far as knowing that it's going to happen. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, 4. Yep.
Oh.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4.
Go ahead.
But in all things, approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High.
Right. So if you call yourself a minister gives. Right? He gives and gives and gives. Right. Remember, it said Yahushua came to minister, not to be ministered unto. So he was giving until what? They took his life. Go ahead.
In much patience.
Right? So we know it's about patience. Read.
In affliction.
Right?
In necessities.
In necessities. Go ahead.
In distresses.
Right?
In strife.
Right. And so on and so forth. So if you say, well, I'm a minister of the Most High, you got to be knowing that this is what qualifies you. Right. So you're going to be missing out. You're going to be not having. You're going to have things taken from you.
Right.
For others' needs. Right? We get that. Jump back to Ecclesiasticus. Somebody pick up for him.
29 and 8.
29 and verse 8.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 29 verse 8.
Right?
Yet have thou patience with a man in poor state.
But it still comes back and says, but have patience with him. A man in poor state, give him a chance, right? But what happens when you give him chance after chance after chance? Because Israel just wants chances. And they need chances. We all need chances. Go ahead.
And delay not to show him mercy.
Right?
Help the poor for the commandment's sake.
Deuteronomy, we read Leviticus 25:35. Go ahead.
And turn him not away because of his poverty.
Right, and turn him not away because of his poverty. Like, man, you broke. You ain't gonna. Man, look, what are you gonna be able to do for us? And we're not saying that we help anyone because of what they can do for us, either. Yeah. Even when it's like, okay, you need something, we got you. It ain't like, well, remember, 1 Corinthians 8 says that you're supposed to be giving back, brother. Equality, right? We don't roll like that. We just roll in the spirit of, you need it? Here. And we think about it like this. Judas, Yahushua. Yahushua chose Judas and knew what he was. Mm-hmm. Did he let him roll? He let time take care of him, right? He let his own actions play out. Right? It's the same thing where you got to let a woman's actions play out. Right. Then you can come back and say what? Well, Judas was a sellout. What if Yahushua would have accused him, like openly to his face, beforehand? Right. What would have happened?
He would have tried not to.
He would have tried not to. He would have tried to prove him wrong or do something opposite of what was really in him. Right? And the process would have probably took longer. He would have still did what he did. But it would have been like, wait, Judas is a sellout, but he ain't sold out. What does he do? Yahushua let him roll. And his own actions convicted him. It showed what he was. He was a murderer. He was a sellout. Yep. He was unbrotherly. He was a cheat. Right? Mm-hmm. His own actions. He could have accused them. He could have said, nah, bro. The money's coming up short. What's up? He just let it ride. It's the same thing. We got to let things have its process of, maturity and maturation. We can't be so quick to try to pinpoint a person's intentions, but when they show you who they are, and this is a worldly saying, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Because a woman will show you what they're about through their actions, and you're supposed to sit back and say, well, you telling me, and walks like a nigga, and talk like a nigga, and act like a nigga. It must be one, right? It must be a person that's not trying to move in the spirit.
That's true.
I got a precept.
What you got?
Sirach 4:22.
Read it.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 4 verse 22. Accept no person against thy soul.
Right.
And let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall.
Right. Why'd you go there?
But in reference to what you were just saying,
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's good to help, but you don't want to help a person to the point to where it starts to wear on you.
Right. The burden. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be burdensome.
To help. Yeah.
And it gets burdensome when the help is abused in a way where I'm gonna say what you want me to, I'm gonna say what you want to hear to get the help. I'm gonna do what you want me to do to get the help.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do what I want to do things in the spirit. I'm gonna do and say what's gonna make me appear in a certain light. Right? That gets burdensome when you see a person say one thing, do another, but think a whole different thing. You're like, wait a minute, what the? You said you was down with brothers, and hey, what happened? But no, I want to go do this. Okay, but you saying one thing, you're thinking another thing, but then you're doing a whole nother thing. That's where the burden comes in, because you're trying to still instill into this person. Wait, hold up. What? You supposed to learn this? Wait, hold on. Wait. Look at this. Wait, hold on. But we said this. But you agreed to this. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute, man. Dang. F it. Right? Screw it. Right, sis?
I know one of the things my mom always taught me that there's a difference between being utilized and used.
Oh, yeah. Two totally different things.
Right.
And this is the thing. I'm going to say this. Also, just with that, the being defrauded. That's what it's talking about, being used. We know we're going to be used.
Right.
The scriptures tell us that we're going to be misused, and people come in to spy out your liberty. They try to come and use you for what you got, bring you back in the body. We know that. And that's the beautiful thing about if you learn and you see and you watch and you build your mind, you understand that that's supposed to happen. People are going to come in trying to take away things from you, and not trying to instill anything back. You, as an individual, have to be rooted enough to say, wait a minute, no matter what a person can take, the Most High, can replenish it back in me. We all got to be on that level of, wait a minute, no one can take my crown, because that's what it boils down to. How can I get you to a point of anger? How can I get you to a point of lack of patience, of hatred? People, it says it. Go back to verse 7. Read that again.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 29 verse 7.
Right.
Many therefore have refused to lend for other men's ill dealing.
Right.
Fearing to be defrauded.
Read verse 8.
Verse 8. Yet have thou patience.
Yet thou what?
Yet thou have thou patience.
Right. Why did it say to have patience? Because when people start to deal ill dealings, you start to lose patience with the next man. Man, y'all just want stuff, man. Look, nah, man, where my money at? Nah, man, I lent you this. Where's it at? Where's it at? You showing up to borrow something back that you lent, right? You said you was gonna bring it back yesterday, and it's not yesterday yet, but I need my broom, right? Like, you get into that mind of, wait a minute, I don't want nobody to take nothing from me. This is mine. I work for it, right? Y'all keep taking. I'm done. You lose patience. You lose brotherhood. You lose faith in the Most High. So now, what do you become? You're out the spirit, man, at the end of the day. Right? Go from there. Go to Ecclesiasticus. Go to Ecclesiasticus 5 and Ecclesiasticus 29 and verse 5. Just jump up. So this is what'll happen, man. We refuse to lend, and we watch our back, and we try to watch our side because of other people's ill dealings, right? Because why? They'll say what they want to say. They'll say what they got to say to get what they need. They'll do what they got to do to get what they need. I got to survive.
Multiply the sweet language.
Right. I got to do what I got to do. Right? In the latter, what does it say? In the last days, men shall become lovers of their own selves.
Right.
And that's what it becomes. I'm going to love myself to the point where it doesn't matter what I got to do to get from you what I need.
Right.
So go ahead and read.
Ecclesiasticus 29 verse 5.
Go ahead.
Till he hath received,
right,
he will kiss a man's hand.
Yeah, man, you'll bow down. You kiss a man's hand, right? You ever see that? You like, but usually you kissing the king's hand.
Right.
Right? You kiss the ring, right?
Right.
The Pope, they do that.
Right.
He said till he get what he needs.
And for his neighbor's money,
right,
he will speak submissively.
He will do what?
Speak submissively.
Yeah, you'll bow down, man. You'll break your back. Read.
But when he should repay.
But when he should what?
Repay.
Come on, because there's a repayment. We read that in the law. You were supposed to repay. Go ahead.
He will prolong the time.
Oh, man, listen. I'll get you back with my taxes.
He will prolong the time.
Taxes came and went. Oh, man, I'll get you back with my stimulus.
He will prolong the time.
Oh, my second stimulus is about to come. I'm going to get you, all right?
He will prolong the time.
Oh, I'm going to get that SBA loan. I'm going to get you, all right?
He will prolong the time.
Man, you know what, man? All the stuff went through. Oh, FEMA check? Yeah, I get the FEMA check.
He will prolong the time.
I got one more baby. I'm gonna get extra money on my next taxes. I got you, all right?
He will prolong the time.
Read.
In return words of grief.
Oh, man. You know, I had the money. But, man, I went outside. I was walking down the block, and these 3 niggas ran up on me, and they stuck me up, and I ain't got it.
Damn.
I ain't got it, but he pulled up with a brand new pair of sneakers on his feet. Right? Oh, man, my bad. I don't know, man. I forgot, man. I forgot, my rent, my phone bill, right? Go ahead.
No, I don't.
Right? I don't know, right? I don't know. Read on.
And complain of the time.
And complain. Oh, man, it's rough out here, man. COVID-19 done got everything shut down. I can't get to work. And, man, they cut my hours. Right? It becomes that. Right. I had got sick in February, man, and I didn't know what it was, and it just kept me sick for the last 8 months, So I just can't get that money back to you. I don't know. Or I can't repay whatever it was. I'm not available spiritually anymore. I'm not available in the body to do the things that I agreed to. You see that? Now jump from there. Oh, read on.
Verse 6.
Read on. Mm-hmm.
If he prevail.
If he what?
If he prevail.
Go ahead.
He shall hardly receive the half.
You shall hardly get half. If you prevail, man, come on, man. Man, how much you got on you right now? Oh, well, I got, damn, that's not even half. Damn. You hardly gonna get half. Half the effort, half of what was given. Why? Because this is a mind state in a person that doesn't care about what was done for them. The instilling of the reciprocation of supply for the one, they overlooked that. Because their whole lending was predicated on themselves. Or, excuse me, their borrowing was predicated on themselves. The knowledge, I just want to get all the breakdowns for myself. I'm going to get to you, Derek. Read on.
And he will count as if he had found it.
Go ahead.
If not, he had deprived him of his money.
Mm-hmm.
And he had gotten him an enemy without cause.
And what happens is you start to leave this track record of burnt bridges, of all these people that was like, man, I helped that cat, and, man, he just disappeared. Or he act like he couldn't do nothing back. Or, you build this track record of enemies unnecessarily. It says it. An enemy without cause.
One thing on this scripture that really stands out to me is where it says, he will count as if he had found it. Like, the help that he received, nobody didn't really help him. He had stumbled upon these things himself.
Like it was owed to me?
Yeah, it was owed to me. Oh, man, Most High blessed me.
Yeah.
But even though he used this man to bless you.
Right.
But it's like you just count it as a thing just found. It just stumbled in my lap. I just happened to get blessed with this.
Yeah.
But you're not looking at the vessel.
Another person's whole house stumbled into your lap.
God. You're not looking at the vessel that the Most High had used to bless you with.
Another person's whole paycheck stumbled into your lap. Another person's whole study time stumbled into your lap. Right? Go ahead.
He paid him with cursings and railings.
Yeah, now it turns into this thing like, oh well, why are you coming after me for what was borrowed? I'll get it to you when I can get it to you, nigga. I ain't got it right now.
Right.
I ain't got it right now. Y'all got kids and right, and it just turns into this back. Y'all know how Jake be. What's that? I ain't got it right now. Right? Man, I'll get you back when I got it. You gotta pull up on that. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna just off of the strength of what you're saying and what it states with the cursing and railings, it'd be like you gave them, say for instance, you gave them like $100, and then you asked for it back. You like, dang, you still ask me about that funky?
Yeah, that funky has $100. That was my funky $100. What the hell? Right, when you asked for it. Right, but that's the thought process. Like, oh, you supposed to be over that. Like, why am I supposed to be over that when you needed it and it was detrimental to you? Now it's detrimental to me. Go ahead, read on.
And for honor, he will pay him disgrace.
Go to Ecclesiasticus 13 and verse 4. Ecclesiasticus 13 and verse 4. You got to see this is a spirit that be on our people. It's hard to help people like this. It's hard to be charitable to the fullest extent of charity with people like this because you're like, okay, you're just here for the fish and the bread.
Yeah.
Okay, then just say that. Don't disguise it with you start the conversation out. The spirit showed me, and no, the spirit didn't show you anything. The spirit is showing you that you need something, and you're trying to find the best way to get it.
Yep.
Just say that. Hey, I need this. I need that. Don't make it a thing where you're willing to bargain or barter or, man, the Most High was showing me that, blah, 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 blah. And then you make agreements in the spirit, because you ain't agreeing with me, but you make these agreements in the spirit that you can't hold up to, these vows.
Oh, number 30.
Oh, I'll give myself to the Most High. We ain't got to go there. We went over this whole vow thing last week. And what happens? You don't own up to what you say. You make yourself look bad. The Most High say he destroys the works of your hands. Right? Actually, get me that in Ecclesiasticus, in Ecclesiastes 5. Read Ecclesiasticus 13.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 13
I need that.
and verse 4.
Read.
If thou be for his profit.
If thou what?
Thou be for his profit.
See, a man that get it by any means, if he'll see a man that's for his profit. A woman that's get it by any means, gold digging, she sees somebody for her profit, go ahead.
He will use thee.
He will do what?
He will use thee.
See, like the sister said, there's a difference between being used and what?
Utilized.
And utilized. Mm-hmm. It tells you he's going to use you.
Not utilized.
He's going to use you. Mm-hmm. See, a utilization is let me use things for the moment, but it's like, let me borrow this hammer. I need to knock a nail in, right? So let me grab this hammer real quick.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden, it's like, you just need to knock a nail in, but you took the hammer and went all the way home with it. Well, man, I need to knock in some nails. You start using the hammer as a fork, as a back scratcher. Like, you just misuse the hammer.
God.
Right? It's like, I got to go get my hammer. Read on.
But if thou have nothing.
If now what?
But if thou have nothing.
Go ahead.
He will forsake thee.
Read verse 5.
Verse 5. If thou have anything.
Right?
He will live with thee.
He will what?
Live with
See,
thee.
this is the mind of a man that has not fully matured into, okay, yeah, you know what? I might have to, and let me say this, man, many of brothers, even my own self, had to live with another brother, had to get rides. I remember when I had no car, I came to Texas, 2 cars, I had 2 vehicles, both of them went to the crap, and I had to, hey, I need a ride. Hey, brother, I need a ride. Hey, who's going to the mall? Somebody come grab, hey, my rib needs a ride to work. Kids need a ride to school. Like, that had to happen for like a whole year. I was getting a ride from sisters, here's gas, here's this, here's that. But the mind wasn't, oh, snap, this is dope. I ain't got to pay no car insurance. I ain't got to pay no maintenance on a vehicle. I ain't got to pay gas like that. Dang, I ain't got to go through all the crap that you have when you have your own vehicle.
Right.
And the maintenance, damn, new tires, right? New tires, new oil change, windshield wipers, maintenance. I didn't think like, you know what? Oh, whoa. I didn't think like, dang, I can live this way and not have to put in for myself. I could just get a ride, throw $5 in the tank, and live. I didn't think that. I was like, you know what? This is good for the moment, but I need my own ride, right? It was good when I came down, I lived with REI. I was like, okay, this all right, but I need my own spot, right? 6 months later, I was out of there. I was gone. Because why? In my mind, it wasn't about just sitting there with him and eating off his table all the time. Even when I was there with him, I still had to pitch in, right? It's not about, oh, let me sit. Oh, Kazak's up here teaching. If it was Kazak Dahawam, damn, these brothers up there teaching, dropping it. You know what? Let me just keep eating. Let me keep eating. It was, wait a minute, how do I get up there and feed everyone else? That was the mind. The mind got to be in you. You see how it works carnally, spiritually?
That's right.
It don't matter. You're supposed to be saying, wait a minute, how do I distribute what I've been getting?
Right.
Go ahead, read on.
Come.
What's that?
He will live with thee.
Somebody talking crap?
Yea.
Oh.
He will.
Go ahead.
He will make thee bear.
He'll say he'll live with you. Yea, he will do what?
He will make thee bear.
Yeah, man, he'll start going. Oh my God. He'll take from you and keep taking and keep adding to himself and not being willing to replenish. Go ahead.
And he will not be sorry for it.
I needed that.
He will not be sorry for it.
Yeah, there's no my bad. There's no, I broke that. Nah, well, hey, it was here. I needed it. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Read.
If he have need of thee,
come on,
he will deceive thee.
Wait, what will he do?
Deceive thee.
Yeah, he'll appear like he's down. He'll say the things that, I know he wants to hear this, so I'm going to say this. I know he wants me to dress like this. I'm going to say this. I know that if I move this way and say this and act like this, I'm going to get this.
I'm going to come through with my dress, fringed up, and a meal ready for him.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, the dress fringe. He said the dress fringe. Oh, yeah, all that. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Go ahead.
And smile upon thee.
Yeah, oh yeah, be cheerful and joyful. But the whole time in the back of the mind is the end game. Read.
And put thee in hope.
And do what?
Put thee in hope.
Because he'll make it seem like we're riding together. She'll make it seem like y'all are riding together. Yeah, this is my bae. You the only one. Right? The whole time, you the only one just now. But she got the only one 5 minutes from now, 10 minutes from now. But she puts you in hope. Why? The words. The actions, they add up. But guess what? That end game? No. Because when it's time to pay the piper, it's like, well, I didn't agree to that. Well, why do I got to do that? Well, I don't know about that. Well, I'm going to just leave. Damn. Go ahead.
He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou?
Yeah, what do you need from me, me Lord? Right? Ain't that how she talk? Me Lord. What do you need, me Lord? But then when you tell them what you need, it's like, I don't know about that. I don't know about. I didn't agree with that. Well, we just need you. Hey, we got class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We got this drilling. Damn. Ooh. You don't want to be like, ooh.
This
Damn.
They look at their watch that they don't have.
They look at like all them days, like they got a calendar on their arm, like damn, all them days. Ooh, all them days. That's a lot of days of my time. Ooh, you said what time on Mondays?
I said.
Okay, 7. Oh, okay. Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna let you know.
We'll see what's up.
We'll see what's up. Yeah. I'm gonna let you know. But I still need that one thing though. You got that? Oh yeah, brother. Here, yeah. Okay, yeah. Monday. So what time is it? You said 7, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Come on. Read on.
Verse 7. And he will shame thee by his meat.
Wait, he'll do what?
Shame thee by his meat.
What does it show about this man? His meat. What does it say? If your meat offend, his doings, his actions. Why does it bring shame? Because he's not willing to change what he's been doing. He's not willing to change what he's been on. He's like, well, no, I'm not here for change. I'm here to just receive. So I'm going to still be in the same mind that I was in. I'm going to still be a Christian. I'm going to still be Muslim, 5% or whatever it was. I'm going to be in the same mind state when I first needed. But you agreed to change, right? You agreed, how can two walk together, at least they be in agreement. You agreed to that. You agreed that, wait a minute, man, the spirit, right? Well, what spirit you still in? The spirit of Islam? Spirit of Kemet? Which one? Read.
Until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice.
And
bro.
You know, even on this meat thing, right? Even on this meat thing, they'll complain about the food that you even have.
You're like, man, y'all never got nothing to eat up in here.
Yeah, it's like, bro, of course I don't. You're here.
Right. No, or man, y'all always eating salads. Like, okay, if you want what you want, put in. Put in.
Yeah, it's like you shouldn't even have
Beggars can't
something
be
to say.
choosers.
Yeah, you can't even. Oh man, y'all eat wheat bread? No
white.
No white. Or what's that? What's that really expensive bread that
Ezekiel bread?
Ezekiel bread. Where the Ezekiel bread at?
Right. And then when you pull it out, the loaf is gone in 2 days. Oh, brother, my bad. The way I gotta eat. The way I gotta eat because Yeah. Anyway.
Con.
Go.
And at the last,
You said he would dry to eat twice. Even he'll just eat you out of house and home, man. You know how these sayings like being eaten out of house and home. Now you see where they get things like that from. That's true. I know we talking about like food on that aspect,
right?
But man, you got people that do this in the spirit,
Con.
where they'll constantly make offenses and they'll constantly count things as a mistake, but they're doing things purposefully. And what are they trying to drag out of you? They're trying to drag out of you the patience. They're trying to drag out of you your love, your care for our people. That's why you got a lot of men. You got a few leaders that were leaders and they're no longer leaders in Israel because they lost patience with the nation as a whole. Like, man, I'm tired of having to foot the bill. I'm tired of having to be on the front lines of sacrifice. I'm tired of sacrificing. There's brothers I know personally that they got tired of sacrificing because Israel was because lower level brothers didn't want to sacrifice or meet that same sacrifice. Now, I get the mind, but it's not the right mind to have.
Right.
Your sacrifice shouldn't be predicated on anybody else's but what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
But I get that mind where it's like, damn, man, I done gave my whole life and y'all just gonna keep, it's just gonna be a revolving door of brothers, 10 new brothers every year. Like, and then you gotta repeat that cycle. Imagine that. Imagine having to get a new car. Imagine having to go through the car buying process
Sickening.
once every year. Imagine having to do that. You'd be like, man, I'm tired of buying cars.
House buying process.
Jesus, this damn seat, man.
House buying process.
How
That's even more drawn out
right?
than the car.
Or even just finding an apartment.
That don't flood.
Right, even just finding an apartment. Imagine just moving every 6 months or every year. You'd be like, whoa, what happened? I'm tired of moving, right? So you find a spot where I'm gonna be here for 5 years.
Right.
Because I'm not trying to move. But that's the mind where something is happening and you don't like it and then you give up on it. Right? And some things, nobody wants to move every year. Nobody wants to buy a new car every year. Nobody wants to do that.
It's a drain, though, sir.
It's a drain. No, it is. It is. But what I'm showing you is that when you get to think about this. Okay, fine. You're right. It's a drain. How long you been with your rib?
27 years.
Wow, that's a long time. I didn't know it was that long. That's a long time. Nah, that's beautiful. You know why? Think about how much y'all have went through in 27 years.
Oh, we went through a lot.
Are you drained? Don't say it out loud. I'm joking. You know I'm joking. Melissa, I'm joking. But you see my point? You see my point? You'll put up with what you want to put up with. You'll put up with 20, and I'm not saying that your relationship is bad 27 years, but I know how long relationships are. You get your good, your bad, your ugly, you get your great times, your immaculate times. You get the whole spectrum, right? But think about it. If you let all the bad times dictate, you would never be in a relationship.
That's true.
But guess what? 27 years later, you willing to put another 27 years, right? Con, don't say it out. Don't say it loud. Don't say la loud, bro. She's right behind you. I'm joking. I am joking. You know, I gotta give you some crap. But you see my point?
Yes.
You'll put up with what you want to put up with. Why? Because you look at the good. You let that overweigh. It says, "Be not overcome with evil, but overcome evil with good." You let the good outweigh and be the reason why I gotta keep endeavoring.
Right.
Where some people let the negative outweigh why they should keep endeavoring. That's not a good way to think. Always look at the good. Let the good should outweigh. Right? Where we at?
Verse 7.
Right?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 7.
Right. Go to verse 7 and then Ecclesiasticus 29:14. Read.
And he will shame thee
Right.
by his meat.
Come on.
Until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice.
Uh-huh.
And at the last, he will laugh thee to scorn afterward.
Because he'd be like, man, you ain't got nothing. Because what'll happen is he uses you as this stepping stone. And all of a sudden he blows up. Right? All of a sudden the Most High is blessing him. I got my job, got my car, got this, got that. He flowing in the carnal. And he looking at you like, you broke Israelites, y'all ain't got nothing. I don't know how y'all do it. How y'all do it? It's like, what? You mean how we do it? We do it the same way we was doing it when you was with and when you wasn't. We do it. We take care of our business, right? But he laughed you to scorn because why? He got more free time now. Why? Because he can move around without discipline. Why? Because he don't got to be constrained by the Spirit. You see that? Go ahead.
When he seeth thee.
Go ahead.
He will forsake thee.
Right. He ain't asking you if you need a cup of water. Oh, that's just man. Who was? Oh, that's just that brother. The brother that he be talking about me in class. Go ahead.
And shake his head at thee.
Right, because he's looking at you in the same estate that you were in before you gave. But guess what? Because of a little bit of that pride, he's looking like, see, you ain't got it like me. That's how it goes, man. Go from there. 29 and verse 14. And see, I hope y'all are seeing the progression of help the poor, help the needy. The poor can be raised up and down. But why does a poor man now go into a beggar's mind state? Into a beggar's life? Why? Because he abuses the help? Here goes another reason why. Ecclesiasticus 29 and verse 14.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 29, verse 14.
Read.
An honest man is surety for his neighbor.
Go ahead.
But he that is impudent.
An honest man will be a surety for his neighbor. Meaning, you see your neighbor waxing poor, like the Bible says. What do? You vouch for him. Oh, man, I'll lend you this real quick. I got you. But it says what?
But he that is impudent.
But he that is imputing, the person that's not learning, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be repaying, giving back, somehow, some way. Go ahead.
Will forsake him.
Will forsake him. Go ahead.
Forget not the friendship of thy surety.
He said, do not what?
Forget not the friendship of thy surety.
Don't forget that neighbor. Go ahead.
For he hath given his life.
Yeah, because some people have given their life for you to be able to take. Some people have given up their life. Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. Some cats really is doing that. Some brothers is really doing that. Like really dying. The really giving up and sacrificing. While they're sacrificing, they're still making sure that they got enough to give. Think about that. Think about that. He said, make yourself a living sacrifice, right? Which is your reasonable sacrifice, holy and acceptable. So it's like you got to sacrifice and sacrifice and sacrifice and be without and not have for the next man to come along and be like, I need some of what you don't got. And then somehow you have to muster up. You got to muster that up and give it. Think about that. Think about that in the mind of, man, that's a hard concept. That's a hard concept for me to even dive in, but that's what it's saying. Right? Where you at?
Verse 16.
Verse 16. Go ahead.
A sinner will overthrow the good estate of his surety.
Yeah, you see that? It's going right back into that Ecclesiasticus. A sinner, a sinful man will overthrow his help. He'll crap on, what they say, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Like a sinful man. Go ahead.
Verse 17, and he that is of an unthankful mind will leave him in danger that delivered him.
Wow.
Dang.
Because in your time of need, when you are on the brink of your death, and, hey, I need this and that, and brothers said, okay, we ain't got it, but guess what? We'll get it. We don't got much, but we'll give you the little we have. And then now, when look at the times that we're in, man.
True.
Look at the times that we're in where we need each other more than anything. It's more than just money. It's more than stimulus checks.
Right.
It's more than unemployment. All that stuff don't matter.
right.
But when we all ain't got it, then what? When nobody gets a stimulus check, they already cut unemployment off.
Yep.
What's gonna happen? When we all ain't getting what's happening? But if he needs food and I got a whole pantry full, where's your unemployment at? Oh no, where's your stimulus? Oh no, hey, go into the pantry and rate it. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be the mind. Because if we all ain't got it, but you know what the beautiful thing about the Most High is? He'll make sure you have something. Like you'll have a pot, and guess what I'll have? The food. Yeah. You see that? And guess what he'll have? The heat. The flame. Yeah. He'll have the flame. Oh, he'll break it down to the lowest. He'll have he'll have the lighter. He'll have the pot. I'll have the potatoes. He'll have the sticks for the fire. He'll have the meat. He'll have the salt, because it's whack without salt. We can drink it all day, but who's going to drink? Like, he'll make sure that everybody has a little piece. And if you stingy as hell with your fire, you'll be warm over there, but hungry as a mug. Right. And guess what'll happen? We'll figure out another way. Right? If you want to be whack with your salt and pepper and your seasonings, guess what? We'll figure out something else, man. You know, if you listen, if you don't want to bring the damn pot, guess what? We'll make a pot. Right. That's the mentality. But why should you be hungry? All you have to do is bring the pot. Why should you be hungry? All you have to do is bring the fire. Why should you just bring the sticks so we can all eat? You see what I'm saying? But that's the mind, or that should be the mind. That should be the mind. But that's not always the mind with Israel. The mind is how can I get over and not have to give? Right? Read that one more time, verse 17, then go to Proverbs 20 and verse 4.
Verse 17. And he that is of an unthankful mind
Right.
will leave him in danger that delivered him.
Right, go to Proverbs 20 and verse 4. Somebody else go to Ecclesiasticus 40:28. Damn. And then, yeah, that's gonna be it. Read.
Proverbs 20 and verse 4.
Right?
The sluggard will not plow by reason
Right?
of the cold.
Go ahead.
Therefore shall he beg in harvest.
Why? Because why should I go out and plow in the cold when somebody else is plowing for me?
Right.
Yep.
Or somebody else is plowing their own and I can just go ask them for what they got. That can't be our mind state. The mind state should be, wait a minute, what if nobody else went out to go plow? And I'm capable. Let me get up out there and do it.
That's right.
That way if somebody comes to me and might need, I got it. Right? Well, I ain't going to study because they study. Y'all got it. I ain't going to study because when I say, hey, give me that one scripture, they can get it. How many times I'm like, hey, give me that one scripture, and I'm like, oh, I got it. Right? I get it before they get it. Not talking bad about them, right? Because they're very sharp. But what it's showing is I can't rely on them. They're plowing in the winter. They're putting in work, studying. And I'm going to just eat off of their studying. I'm going to just come up here, drop what I got to drop. Hey, find me that one scripture. It says da-da-da-da. And wait for them. Where's it at? Where's my scripture? Where's my scripture? No. I got to be sufficient in my own doing.
Right.
They got to be sufficient. You see that? Go ahead. Where we at?
And have nothing.
Right. Go from there. Go from there. Go to Ecclesiasticus 40 and verse 28.
40 and 28.
Yes, sir.
My son,
Right?
lead not a beggar's life.
Now there's a difference. I want y'all to understand. I said it earlier. There is a difference between being poor and being a beggar. A beggar, he's a beggar because of the things he didn't want to do.
Right.
Because of the lessons he didn't want to learn. So he's brought into this estate where now this is his life. Go ahead.
For better it is to die than to beg.
Yeah. Listen, it's not talking about asking for things that you need. It's not. A beggar is a person that does not want to get up off of their rump and put in work for themselves. They want a crutch. I'm not talking about, hey, I need a ride because I ain't got no vehicle. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, well, I'm going to just get rides and 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 rides, and you're going to take me to the doctor's appointment, you're going to take me here, you're going to take me here, you're going to take me here, but I never ever want to pitch in on anything. I never ever want to do anything back towards you.
Right.
You see that? Go ahead, read.
Verse 29. The life of him that depended on another man's table.
See, it's about, am I dependent on another man's life for me to live? We shouldn't be just dependent on somebody else. Listen, you were dependent on your mama for that breast milk, right? And then she weaned you up off that when you got teeth, right? And when you could chew for yourself. But you can't be 30 years old talking about where's the breast milk. 50 years old, where's the breast? Where's the boob at? It don't work like that. You got to go out and get it for you.
That's right.
Read.
And it's not to be counted for a life.
Yeah, it says a life of him that dependent on another man's table. That's not a life. Read on.
For he polluted himself with other men's meat.
Right, because you know what'll happen? You know what'll happen with that? You'll go sit at the wrong damn table. Ugh. You'll be willing to go sit at this table, the table of Kemet. And I'll put it to you in this way, going right back to the learning and studying. If I'm depending on his studying for my teaching, what if he studies the wrong thing? What if all of a sudden he starts to slide Kemet up into the Bible? He starts to pull a Louis Farrakhan, where he's sliding Israel into Islam, right? And I'm starting to teach, and I'm like, yeah, then go to what is it? Go to the Quran, go to the Surah, such and such and such and such. The cow.
Go to the cow.
And y'all like, wait a minute, what? Wait, what's going on here?
I don't got that book.
Right, none of y'all got that book, right?
Just robbed to that.
But I start polluting myself and y'all. Why? Because I'm depending on him instead of doing for me. Go ahead.
But a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof.
A wise man, well nurtured. You're not going to be sitting down trying to touch every little thing, every little table. David said their tables are full of vomit. Right? You're not trying to eat the vomit table, are you? No, a man well nurtured, a man that's ill nurtured, he'll drink the vomit, he'll eat the swine, he'll eat the pork, he'll eat Kemet, Christianity, he'll eat Judaism, and think it's all good. Buddha, like, man, well, I was hungry that day. I was hungry. What was I supposed to do? I gotta eat. I gotta live. But a man well nurtured is gonna say, wait a minute. Wait. What's that smell? Smell like that chitlins. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm not eating that. Right? It smells like vomit. Yeah. I do some more bacon bits. Smell like shrimp. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm not partaking in that. Because he's well nurtured, right? Go ahead, read on.
Verse 30.
Uh-huh.
Begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless.
Ooh, see, when you ain't got no shame in your game, and they say it, I ain't got no shame in my game.
Yep.
Right? Hey, you see what happened? Wait, what? I ain't too proud to beg. I ain't got no shame in my game. But it says begging is sweet because you like, damn, I get to get this. I get to get that. And I ain't got to do no work. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go ask him. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go ask him. Go ahead, read on.
But in his belly, there should burn fire.
Yeah, because you ain't going to be able to digest what you just asked for, man. There's going to come, you're going to have to own up for what you're asking for spiritually. Right. Why? Because before you ask, it said what? You'll say whatever you got to say to get it. You'll bow down. You'll kiss the hand. You'll kiss the ring. You'll wipe the apostles' feet to get what you want. But now when it's time to repay, now when it's time, when it starts getting bitter in your belly, you're like, ooh. Well, do I stick it out and toughen up? Or do I run? Right. And most men, in verse 24, read.
For it is miserable life to go from house to house.
Yeah, it's a miserable life to go house to house. And you know what's crazy? You got brothers that misuse this scripture. You got brothers that actually need the help, and it's like, bro, you know we got you. Well, the scriptures say going house to house is miserable. Well, what if you have zero house? Right. And you just need a spot to stay for a little bit. You already have in your mind that you're trying to do your own thing. Right. This is talking about a man that is a couch surfer. Right. You know those couch surfer homeboys that they came over for dinner, and then 6 months later they still on your couch. They got a body imprint. Your whole couch cushions are sunken down. God. The couch went from
Fits his physique.
The couch went from that color to that color because their dirty body just laid on it day after day. You like, dang, you like, dang, I need a new couch. Right? When they left, you were like, wait a minute, do I keep the couch or do I toss it? And it's like, hey, you know it's real when you tell them when they leave, you can take the couch with you.
Come on.
God.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey, you can take that couch. Hey, you want that mattress? You want that? That's you now. That's you now.
That's all you.
Right? But that's what it's talking about. This person that's content with being on the couch. He's not on the, like, listen, I had to do it, man. And when I first got into the truth, I had to go live with my older brother. I had to sit on his couch. But what was I doing when I was on that couch with no privacy? How the hell do I find my own apartment? I can't do this forever. I'm a grown man. The couch is sufficient for now, but I'm a grown ass man, dog. You be damned if I'm 30, 40, 50 years old on your couch.
That's right.
Nah, bro. There's no life in that. There's no you know, it shows this lack of maturity and growth. Go ahead, read on.
For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth.
Yeah, because when you a stranger in somebody else's house, don't you feel awkward?
Yeah.
But some cats don't, because they're like, man, where's the bread? Where's the Ezekiel bread at?
Yeah.
Where most people with common sense is like, let me just shut the hell up and eat what's here.
Or they try to dictate the tempo of the house.
They do what?
They try to dictate the tempo of the house.
They try to dictate. Yeah, y'all are too noisy. You know, my sleep. Huh? Hey, what? Hold up, but this is my house. You came in here needing something. So you can't dictate the noise. Like, and a gracious host, right? He's gonna be like, hey, y'all be quiet because it's a little bit loud. Everybody, you know, we got to be mindful of the people in the house.
Right.
You can't be dictating. Beggars can't be choosers, man.
That's right.
Where's this type of cuisine and this type of meal? What you mean, where's it at? Most people, right, when you go to someone's house, it's like if I went to his house right now, I'm like, hey, can I use your restroom? And I know people are looking like, why would I have to ask to use his bathroom? It's respect. I respect his house. No matter how many times I used it before, I'm not just going, I don't just walk into a cat's kitchen. I remember one time, man, this is way back in the truth. Brother came to my house. He just walked right in my kitchen, opened my damn fridge, and just stood there like looking in the fridge and started looking through the cabinets. I was like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell's your problem? Like, you don't go to somebody's house, brothers or not. You don't just walk in and just start going through somebody's fridge and walking through their cabinets. It's like you walk in my house and you walk right into my bedroom. Hell nah. You don't walk into my bed. Like, I go to Kazak's house. No matter what, I don't just walk into his bedroom. You wait, and no matter what, I know I'm gonna end up in his bedroom. I know we're gonna end up there talking, rapping, cause right? That's what we do. Even them, they come to the house, they're kind of like, can I come? I'm like, oh man, come on. Yeah, you good? Cause there's a respect there.
That's right.
There's a respect for not just me, for my rib, for my kids. Like, hey, even when Kazak and Arya came, they didn't just took their bags and walk to whatever room they saw was fit. They were like, hey, I'm like, oh yeah, hey, what room y'all want? Look, Kazak, pick what room you get. That's that type of bed. That got the elevation and the massage. Arya, that bed is like a twin. You know, y'all gotta work it out. Arya's a big dude. I'm like, hey, even though it's a twin eye, this room is the coldest room in the house. And he was like, yeah, I'll take that room. The whole room. He took the small bed for the AC, and Kazak was like, man, I'll take whatever. But they didn't just walk in like, yeah, I'm the general. I'm taking your room. Like, what the? Like, no one does that.
Wow.
No one does. Hey, I need to take a shower. Can I? Bro, go ahead. Don't even ask no more. Go ahead. You got that. That's where the bathroom's at. You know now. That's where the kitchen's at. Whatever you need is yours. You know that. But that okay. That has to be given at the forefront. That way a man can feel comfortable.
Right.
I don't want nobody in my house feeling uncomfortable. I don't want to be in nobody's house feeling uncomfortable. Right? I might have to go live with him one day. You never know. But I don't want to have to move around uncomfortable. And I don't want him to feel weird because I'm there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And vice versa. Right? Go ahead. Read on.
Verse 25.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt entertain
Right.
feast
Right?
and have no thanks.
Come on now. You do all the grocery shopping. You make sure all the toilet paper. You make sure this, you make sure that. You pay every bill.
Damn.
They there just using up all the water, taking long 8-hour showers. Like, damn, bro, you used up all the hot water? You forgot that there was like 8 other people, 5 other people, 3 other people that live here? Dang, you ate up all the milk, and just left the cereal. Damn, bro, all the peanut butter and left all the jelly.
Or you bought food
And you didn't ask.
and they ate the whole food.
You bought and didn't ask, like, hey, did y'all need anything at the house? It's telling you, this type of person, you'll cater to their and get no thanks. And we ain't looking for no thanks. You shouldn't be looking for no thanks. You know, again, am I looking for y'all to thank us when we do class? No. We prepare a feast, right? We're not looking for y'all to, hey, brother, thanks for that class. Hey, Duwada. Nah, we don't need that. If y'all do it, hey, that was a good class. Barakatah Yahweh. At least we know from the reception that, or the feedback that y'all understood what was being said. You know, especially on certain classes. You know, but we're not looking like, man, I'm about to put this together so that brothers can thank me. Hell nah. Most of the time, you're going to be like, shh, man, I can't stand that guy. He's always talking crap. Right? He's always hitting these topics. Or they're always talking about these topics that I'm dealing with. Man,
Yeah.
you know, we ain't looking for that. Go ahead, read on.
Moreover, thou shalt hear bitter words.
He said, moreover, thou shalt hear bitter words. You prepare a feast. You make sure you need anything? Hey, you need anything? No, I'm good. Everything's good. And then behind your back, man, they ain't had no butter for my bread. What the hell? Like, who the hell cooks spaghetti and got no Parmesan cheese for the spaghetti?
Wow, yeah.
They start speaking bitterly, like damn, like how you gonna offer me water and have no ice?
Give me warm water.
That was me at one time. I'd offer brothers water. That's probably why they didn't take it. I ain't never had no ice. I either had room temperature water or cold water in the fridge, right? But it's like, how you gonna offer somebody water and not have no ice? But at least I offered you water. But that's what it's saying. You're gonna do all you can for this person.
That's true.
And they're gonna have bitter words.
Yeah.
They're gonna have bitter words. Go ahead.
26.
Uh-huh.
Come thou stranger,
Right.
and furnish a table,
Read.
and feed me of that thou hast ready.
Go ahead.
Give place, thou stranger,
Right.
to an honorable man.
Right.
My brother cometh to be lodged,
Right.
and I have need of mine house.
Read.
These things are to a man of understanding.
Go ahead.
The upbraiding of house room and reproaching of the lender.
Right, because this is how the lender is gonna feel like, dang, man, I done took you in, I done helped you out, I done instilled in you and gave you the things sufficient that you needed. And all you can do is just have bitter words. All you can do is just look at the negative. You came in, you needed your spirit worked on, and all you can say is, well, all you did was talk about me. All you did was chastise. That's not true. That's not true. It wasn't all about that. It was every time there's a problem, it's always accounts. No, that's not true. Not every time. Or how come you deal with me this way but not him this way?
Yeah.
No, you don't see how everyone else is getting dealt with. You just see how you get dealt with.
Gone.
You asked for your spirit to get worked on, right?
Gone.
So
Gone.
Yes, sir.
that's what we do. But you can't say, well, you deal with him different or that person different or her different. You don't know how they get dealt with. Right?
Done.
I got one more.
One more. Let's get it.
I got one more.
3 more. 4 more.
I'm going to end it here. Psalm 37:23. Psalms 37:23. This is it. I know I went over, but I had to. This is one of them.
Psalms chapter 37.
And hopefully, again, this class wasn't to deter us. Because if I need something, I'm going to ask. I don't give a damn what y'all think. I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask y'all. I'm going to ask them. I'm going to ask whoever I think can help.
Gone.
Not to be abusive, not to be power hungry, not to ask because I'm the general, none of that. But because this is how we help each other get through good times and bad times. It ain't just about asking when it's bad, it's about the good times also. So this is not a deterrent for brothers to ask for the charity. We have to give that. We're supposed to give that. This is a deterrent for the mind that I'm going to abuse what is being asked for, and when it's my time to repay, I'm not going to be around to do that. And any which way the repayment is.
Right.
We don't ask brothers to repay anything carnal that we give. You know what we ask? That you put yourself in a position to build your spirit to sit up here and take some of this burden.
That's right.
That's more repayment than any monetary, any carnal repayment. Being able to sit up here for them 8-hour Sabbath classes that he does, right? For them 3-hour classes that he does.
Me.
It's me. I'm sorry. I do the 8-hour classes, right? But it would be nice to be able to, when you put in, brothers and sisters, be able to put, what they've given, put it back out there.
Right.
Read this, and we'll end it here.
Psalms chapter 37, verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by Yahweh, and he delighteth in his way.
The Most High don't delight in a beggar's life. He don't delight in that. And he won't lead you there if you do things the right way. Go ahead.
Though he fall.
Though he what?
Though he fall.
Read.
He shall not be utterly cast down.
But a just man falls 7 times. Go ahead.
For the Most High upholdeth him with his hand.
Yeah, a man that is a beggar, he's down. He the Most High ain't upholding that. He ain't upholding that, man, because he's not learning the lessons that he needs to learn. Go ahead.
Verse 25.
Right.
I have been young.
I have what?
I have been young.
Go ahead. This is David talking. Read.
And now am old.
Right.
Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken.
Right.
Nor his seed begging bread.
Right. Read verse 26.
He is ever merciful.
Why? Because the righteous is ever merciful. Go ahead.
And lendeth.
And he does what?
Lendeth.
Go ahead.
And his seed is blessed.
But it's not saying the righteous have never been in a poor estate. The righteous learn that when I'm in a poor estate, that when I get it, I'm supposed to lend. Y'all get this?
God.
Any questions on that? Anything online? Yeah, a closed mouth won't get fed. But you got to know how much to open your mouth when you're the one that needs to be fed. What's that?
So, my rib and I, we're going to have 9 months that we've been here.
Right.
And, when we passed through here in July, going up to New England, that definitely left an imprint, an impact in my life.
Right.
I remember Major. You know what I'm saying? I remember Arya. I remember Shathat.
Right.
And now when I came back, what Priest Awam and his household did and everything like that, even up to what y'all did the other day for my household, on the sense of meditating on what's going on and learning these lessons, learning this hospitality, it definitely increases and intensifies the impact that I have, because before I came here, Issachar, or the Mexicans, I would say like that, the Mexicans are wild, right? So all these evil lessons that I was learning from there, there was a vulnerability coming in this way, but there was that willing mind. But now seeing the hospitality, the charity, and everything that's going on, Barakatah Yahweh. And now going over this class is like, okay, now I know what I need to do with the impact and with this imprint and with these lessons, so that I can start, like how you said, hopefully one day be up there and just start giving it back.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. If you're in that mind now, and we skip the scripture, but where there first be a willing mind, then it is accepted, not according to what a man have or what he have not. So that's the thing, where if you put in your mind that, you know what, I may not have, and people say all the time to us, man, I don't got much. Well, we don't ask for nothing. We're not asking for what you have. We're asking for you to build the things that you don't have. That way you'll be able to be sufficient for yourself. You'll be able to be sufficient for the nation. Because there's no point. You can't give to the nation if you can't. It's like a mother. They tell a mother that just had a child, make sure you get your rest. Mm-hmm. You're useless for your child if you don't take care of you.
Right.
So you're useless to the nation if you can't move and know how to at least take care of you a little bit.
Right.
You're useless, you know? So the things got to be instilled in you how to build you so you could be sufficient for the nation. But you can't build you if you don't take the time to be around to do that, to be next to the ones that are building. Right. You can't be like, well, I'm building me. Hey, where you been, bro? Well, I'm building me. Y'all know it don't work like that. Y'all know y'all can't use that one, right? Con. Okay. Is that it? Con. I know I didn't go online and listen to what y'all were saying a lot, but I did see a lot of cons and yeah. All right, man. Again, we will be back here Wednesday. They'll be back in VA tomorrow. We thank y'all for joining us. We knew it went a little bit over. But hopefully y'all enjoyed that one. Learned something. And we will be back on Wednesday. So let's say shalom.
Shalom! Most High is my rock. TK. Rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. My rock. The Most High is my rock. In the name of Messiah, the Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. My rock. The Most High is my rock. Yeah. The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on top. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutting. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan, disdain, it's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I tell the truth. Are you fishing with the truth? Homie, where's your fruit? If the Most High is your rock, don't treat him like a side piece. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you want to fly or do you keep the Bible on cop? The Most High is my rock.